That's right, turn that shit up, man.
I was hired to help you make this great team even better.
There's things that I'm not going to get into in front of everybody as to why.
We touch them before every game.
Just the plenty of positives offensively, obviously. What did you see on the interception, and then what allowed you to bounce back?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Keeping it 100. Keeping it 100. Keeping it 100.
We're gonna be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party. I like this kind of party, baby.
Yeah, keeping it 100, baby. Keeping it 100. TGNL, the Tape Never Lies Network. This is Larry Funkster Jones, repping the Tape Never Lies Network. And we keep it 100. We keep it 100. Draft Dr. Phil and Shayne, the smartest man. They keep it 100. Bellissimo, Claudio, all the great guests they have on the show. Before the game, halftime, Bears Hour Live. Woo! Yes, on and cracking. The Tape Never Lies Network, keeping it 100. Yes, become a Patreon member, $7 a month. You can get much, much more on the greatest show smoking for Chicago Bears. Keeping it 100, baby. TGNL, the Tape Never Lies Network. We love you, baby. Yeah, bear down.
This song is very special to us because it came through one lyric, and the lyric was inspired by David Montgomery, who is the identity of this football team. So the way I don't know, my wife will tell you I go on the elliptical or in the shower. These are the two things that get my brain going. And I said, couldn't find the run if he was DMC. And I fucking jumped off that elliptical machine, called this dude. He was like, dude, we gotta make a song, and it's going to destroy this coach. I'm so tired of it. And it literally was born in that moment. I was thinking of my boy Bullets, who's 100 Crew, how he loved Run DMC, and so did I. And I'm like, yo, this, and I just said, this is the true story. I said to Cool Kennedy, I got one lyric, but I need you to make a hook with me in that rant of curls, curls, curls. And I want like Tribe Called Quest, like it's gotta be like, it's gotta be like that, because I just need to fucking flow and drop it, right? On his ass, like he fucking had a full bag of Halloween candy. He's protected.
Yeah, Phil and I were talking about it today. It was like my 13-year-old niece, and she's looking the other way, and I just fucking bum rushed her without her looking. That's exactly. It looked like a grown man.
I can't believe this. This is your center. This is the center. I'm like, what is going? And then last thing though, I don't give a shit where you came from. The Arena League, fucking Delaware. I don't care. Why aren't you in two tight ends? Get under center and run the ball with the identity that number 32 and build this motherfucker's confidence up under center. Zone right, zone left, die. I don't care. Run the ball with it. Instead, we're fucking curls, flat, curls, 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 flat. It's like I'm looking at it and I'm like, this guy is so in over his head, Matt. And I feel like the footwork of any fucking Tom Brady's footwork is gonna go crazy and be like it, because I've never seen. I think the Giants game that Olin Cruz pointed out when Jay Cutler got sacked 10 times wasn't even that bad.
In the first half.
Nine in the first half.
I don't think it was as bad as because I didn't think the Bears line got. I mean, Cleveland Browns beat the fucking Bears offensive line like a fucking drum. I'm talking about full on bloodied them, embarrassed them up, and it is a travesty of epic proportions.
Yeah. The thing is I've read Matt Nagy's background recently after watching that game because I just wondered about him, and when I realized that he was basically the assistant ball washer to Andy Reid's golf club, it just made me realize, I was like, wow, this is a charter franchise. It's just rough, and it is. And the team has done great with them, and every quarterback does. So with Justin Fields, the best thing that could happen is a coach get in there and say, listen, man, we're going to get you to making second and third reads. We're going to have you doing different types of manipulation. You're going to be a full field type of quarterback who can be a danger in every aspect of the game. But, dude, you got to start with your footwork, or you're going to wind up like Jameis Winston, who's in, year 6 and finally figured out how to use his feet a little bit, It took him forever to figure that out, and his whole game suffered because of that, because once, basically his upper body was like 2 steps ahead of his lower body all the time, and that's why he was inaccurate, why he threw interceptions, why he couldn't be good in the red zone. I thought it was precision.
His eye stuff, everybody thought he got that eye LASIK surgery.
100%, man.
Cool Kennedy dropping that.
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, he's one of those guys just away from football with everything that I've been going through in my life with Riley, and everybody knows that story. But Matt's the type of guy, on a Tuesday at 11:30 at night when there's nothing going on, the guy texts you saying, "Hey, what's up? How's he doing?" Stuff like that. So he's real. It's not just fucking talk and bullshit on the show. He is a G, just like Cool Kennedy said.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
I was trading up.
100.
Yes! What? Here it is! For just reporting.
Just no competition.
Keeping it 100.
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Open competition.
Keeping it 100.
The smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. The dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shayne's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shayne got some haters. But now they're mouth stuffed like the true and now and latest. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks rolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shayne. 100's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies, the truth, you see. We laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies things like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Max at. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun day. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100. Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby. Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Draft Dr.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Shayne, Money Man Marsaw, and the guard, Draft
Oh, this is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports Keeping It 100. We all know there's no I in team, but I guess to Nagy, there is a me. But you know what? Fuck that shit. What time is it? It's just in time, baby. We got a new QB1 in Chicago. Let's fucking go. So let's get to it. Let's just bring on the man, the myth, the legend. There he is. Dr. Phil.
What up?
What
I'm feeling
is
this
up?
beat. I know it's
I love this
probably
beat, man.
slow. Probably if I tried to freestyle, I wouldn't time up. So finally,
All right, what's
the
up?
world is catching up to TTNL. Well, the Chicago Bear world. Matt Nagy's obviously listening. If you had any semblance of my rant against the Cleveland Browns and then actually watched Sunday, it was like 2 tight ends, get in the eye, run the ball, action game. I don't make this shit up. The reality is, who has been saying the identity is number 32? He's the bitch. Certainly wasn't Nick from fucking Shy City. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you a whole mess of other people that told me I don't know what I'm talking about. But you fans know. All these motherfuckers coming out of the woodwork saying the same thing that we've said for years. And it's a proud moment because not only are we over 11,000 plus subscribers, but we really have cultivated a cultural change. We're holding the coach accountable. And we're going to get into this because, as Claudio said, there's a new sheriff in town and he wears number 1 and he's from Ohio State. And anybody worth their whistle in regards to coaching would have done something different than Matt Nagy. The fact that Matt Nagy's still the head coach of this football team is comical in and above itself. Tonight, in the early part of this show, I'm going to show you evidence, Your Honor, evidence to show you how many years have I done this. Only the 100 crew is listening and standing up. The performance, Naz, as you could see, over politics has been negligent at the very best with Coach Nagy. Claudio's got me all fired up. Ron G producing another background, but I got to tell you this.
Yeah, tell him what's going on.
Shayne Marsaw, son, as you know, Spencer Strong and Riley Strong shout out segments. If you're a new listener, Riley Marsaw had chemo for 9 hours today and really was like, Daddy, I just want to spend some time with you tonight. Do you mind if you do that? And I'm like, bro, just take the night. Family first. So we might see a surprise later from Shayne. And I also have to update you.
I'll just imitate Shayne and just let you talk. It's all good.
And the other thing is, I'm a mini rant right out the gate, Claudio, because I get fired up. The other thing is, next week we had Eric Kramer totally called up me during the day today and was like, Phil, please, I'm so sorry. I totally messed up. This is my fault. Please let everybody know. Can we reschedule next week? So next week, we're going to have a creature double feature. One you're going to want to be tuning in for, and I'm sure Shayne will be back for that, where we have from NBC Sports Chicago and ESPN 1000, David Kaplan will be on the show with us, talking all the negativity and all the bullshit that you've heard. And Dave knows you heard it here first at TTNL. He's one guy that stands up for us. And then right after David gets off, Eric Kramer is going to jump on, talk about being a quarterback in Chicago and this whole situation. He really wanted to come on tonight, but just like Shayne, it's like family first. So I'm keeping it 100 right now. In order to replace Shayne, Claudio can't hold the fucking candle. It's first class Fernicola.
Can't do it.
Only in the plane.
But we got somebody that could. We do have
somebody that's going to stand in the place where he, whatever that song was, and he's going to come on the show. You know him from the One Up Fantasy podcast with our guy, Chris Jackal. It's not Chris Jackal. Because God knows he'd be Mr. Rogers out here. The lovable Chris Jack. It's the lovable Steven Johnson. And
what's happening?
There he is with the voice. I know his internet's acting up. It's an old Phil special.
Yeah, well, I got to get it rolling. I don't know. Every night, same damn time, every fucking night happens. But hey, we'll roll with it.
So listen, smash the like button. Hit that. Make sure, Steve, don't hit the red end button, bro.
No, this is the happiest day as a Bears fan, I think, since that day. So you know what? I'm not on my phone. I don't have my fat fucking fingers to get in the way. We'll be fine.
There you go.
It's all good.
There you go. We're gonna have a fun night tonight. We are gonna chop it up about this coach and the situation. So you're gonna be the judge. You, the fans. You guys are going to be the judge, the audience. Steven, you are going to be there, my assistant attorney, and we're going to go through this. I want you guys, this is first. There's going to be 2 clips here we're going to play. The first is Matt Nagy after the victorious Draft Dr. Phil game plan on Sunday. The press asks him about who's calling plays. Are you ready for this? This is the first evidence of Matt Nagy. Here we go. Let's check this out. Ready?
Delegating some of the play calling responsibility.
Yeah, again, that goes back to what we talked about internally for the whole week is whatever I can do for the best thing for the Bears, whatever that is. And I think that, again, for us, I think big picture, so we all understand it is,
word salad.
The offense in general, we get together on Monday as a staff, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We go through everything together. Ultimately, it goes through me, right? Everything that we do, regardless of anything else, who's calling this, who's calling that, it goes through me.
Winner. And we have exactly the right football culture.
And so that part I appreciate because we do it together, and then there's a collaboration.
Not all the decisions may be the right ones. But when you can collaborate,
how we do it. But I thought that our coaches did a great job today. I thought our players executed, which is what we asked for. And quite honestly, again, like I know, and with all due respect, I understand the questions, but that's what it is, and that's what's going to be the rest of the year.
Fuck you all.
Just knowing that whatever happens, it goes through me, and we've done it together.
Goes through me.
Can you say who called the plays and if there was a change, what impact it had?
This is the third time.
Yeah. So in regards to the play calling, Bill did a great job. You know, and I think that
shocking he even said it.
You know, at the same point in
time,
it's important that we understand that
for the troll boy that doesn't want me talking
I felt good out there as a head coach.
But when you can collaborate,
Christopher Jackal.
But we all get together, we talk through how we're gonna call the game, and we do that when I'm calling plays too.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders.
You know what I mean? Us as a staff,
outstanding leaders, Sharif.
And
Ted!
so I think that that's important for everybody to know, is that when we build a game plan together, whether it's the offensive line coach with Juan or whether it's our tight ends coach or wide receiver coach, et cetera,
This is after
we do it
the
together.
game now.
And in the end,
immediately after they won,
I get a great opportunity to say, yes, I like this, or no,
I'm
I
in
don't.
charge.
As the head coach,
It's
right?
me.
In charge of all that. That's real.
I've been most impressed with how well they collaborate.
So when you do that, now
he's not collaborating.
I also go back to saying last week, right? Or this last week was, hey, whatever I need to do to try to be the best head coach for the Chicago Bears, whatever that is, I don't care. I just want us to have the best opportunity to win.
Don't call
And
plays.
I feel like Bill did a great
Bears
job today.
#1.
Our players did a great job. Our coaching staff did a great job. And we played collectively together as a team, not just players, not just coaches, everybody. And when you have that, it's a good feeling. So we'll continue to just keep talking. We'll continue to.
You just keep
but again,
on talking.
with all due
This is
respect,
so
all
easy.
due respect, that it's going to be the last time I talk about it.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders.
Ryan,
I've been
Matt,
most
and Ted.
impressed with how well they collaborate.
Like I said, you just. You're unbelievable. You try.
I didn't call plays.
I hope you
I'm not
understand.
the
I
coach.
get it. But just know, that's it. No more with theirs.
Ryan and Matt are men of character.
So there you go. Evidence tape number 1. Ryan and Matt are great men of character, just like Ted Phillips. This is the shit that the Bears fans who are caught up in the win are having to deal with. So this is Sunday after the win, Your Honors. You are the jury, actually, the fans. Steven, you will be the judge now that I look at this in this way. So I've presented tape 1 immediately after the game. Tape 2, Your Honor and jury. I'm Attorney Atoshin here presenting my rationale for all you little fuck trolls and blog boys that still think, and we're fighting no less than 2 weeks ago, the Nagy cause. Be patient. Don't worry, Phil. Phil's a jerk. He's yelling about preseason reps. They don't matter. They would have been prepared. He would have been starting. Simple as that. I'm talking to you, the jury. But your coach decided to be negligent, not understand, as Matt Waldman said. Don't call him guilty yet. You guys have to go back in your little room and order Chinese when all the evidence is presented. Here's evidence number 2. It came to me today, Your Honor. Are you going to allow me to present this, please? Because it's new evidence. Yes.
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
But now that it's been announced,
I'm just setting this up. This is former defensive coordinator on the Pat McAfee show. Thank you, Pat McAfee. Put that scroll under there because I love that dude. I know Chris Jackel's a huge fan. Hopefully we can get Pat on this show. This is the former defensive coordinator who he retired. Here he is and what he has to say about Justin Fields and the play calling of how he handled that situation with Bill Lazor.
but now that it's been announced as Justin Fields is the starter, what do you think took so long? Why do you think the holdup was? And what ultimately do you think pushed him over the hump to make that decision? Do you think it was pressure from other people, or do you think Nagy just got to that point naturally?
Yeah, going back to the presser, Pat, I mean, all you had to do is get up there and say, hey, look, Bill did a great job. Fields did a great job. Defense was outstanding. Turnovers, end of discussion. Tino always taught me, less is more. Shut up. You talk too damn much, Chuck. So less is more. Just leave it at that. And then, I think the court of public opinion, I think the fans, I'm sure there's people in that organization are saying, hey, this kid's our future. Why are we going to delay this any longer? We know what Andy is. He's great in that road. He can become, the next clipboard Jesus, if you will, and be the backup. And, let this kid, get these these snaps under his belt instead of waiting, going back and forth, So I don't, one way or another, I know the locker room and everybody in that city and that organization is probably fired up that Fields is going to be out there still.
So there you go. Evidence. This is his former friend, maybe, who supposedly retired. We'll just put that on there. Harry Hiestand decided to take a leave of absence since Helfrich. What happened to Helfrich? This guy was considered one of the great college spread read option game minds in all of football. He disappeared into the sunset. One thing remains, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Here he is calling him out. Why couldn't you just give Bill his credit? Why couldn't you do that? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. Here's evidence number 3. Now, this is Monday, and this is the biggest showcase disgrace that I've ever seen in my life. And I think it's a testament to he's speaking to the locker room, and he's speaking to the fan base, and he's speaking to everybody here in this section here, Your Honor. And this is him talking about Andy Dalton, the starting quarterback, no less than 48 hours ago.
Today, as we go, with Andy, the next 2 days are going to tell us a lot with where he's at. So we'll have to, we'll keep an eye on that, and then we'll update you on Wednesday.
Mind you, this is after a win.
Status, and I think it'll be
Monday
important for
morning.
us here the next 24, 48 hours to get a good feel of where he is.
Will you explain clearly for us how you're gonna decide who's playing quarterback?
Yeah.
Solely on Dalton's
This
health,
is
or are
clear.
you evaluating Fields'
Okay.
performance in light of
It's
the
like finding a criminal
So
and they change
when we
their story.
when we work through this whole process, we got to see where Andy's at health-wise these next 2 days. That's important because, like we said this whole time, when Andy's
Today,
healthy, right? When
ladies
he's
and
healthy,
gentlemen
he's
of
our
the
starter.
jury,
He's the
he's
one.
healthy.
Justin's the 2. Nick's the 3. The 1. Justin's the 2. Nick's the 3. The 1. Justin's the 2. Nick's the 3.
Three
so
times
what's
I've
been
played
great
it,
about
Your
this,
Honor.
the last couple weeks is Justin's had the opportunity to play and get significant snaps.
Andy's the
and he's
1,
grown from
Justin's
it.
the 2.
So now
Nick's
we
the
just
3.
got to
He
see
says
like
Monday.
where is Andy's health at? Where is Andy's health at? Honestly, the next 2 days will be revealing to us. And then once that happens and we get a feel for where he is, then we as coaches decide, okay, hey, where are we at right now? How do we feel he is percentage-wise, Andy, to be able to go into that game as the starter? At right now, how do we feel he is percentage-wise,
Hear it
Andy,
again.
to be able to
clarifies
go
Andy.
into that game as the starter?
So if he's healthy, if he's good to go, then he'd be the starter.
Correct.
So if he's healthy, if he's good to go, then he'd be the starter.
Correct.
That was evidence number 2 of why Matt Nagy should be fired. It's evidence number 3, actually. I'm corrected by my PA, Cherie. So he was asked multiple times, and he goes, yes, it's Andy, number 1. I played it to you. I cut it 3 times. This is so damning, this evidence. He's so guilty of being overwhelmed as a head coach. Everything I said about this guy, I've been in this courtroom for 3 years talking about him, Your Honor. I've said he's too busy looking at his plays. He doesn't see the game. He comes out and says, I really saw the game this week. It was such a great thing. All of these things that I've said, 2 tight ends, run the football. David Montgomery's your identity. It's fucking year 3 of David Montgomery. But we're still not done, Christopher Jackal. We're still not done. We got Matt Nagy talking about the whys. This is today. Watch how things change.
Expected to be back fully at practice today. And then the rest of the
What
injuries, we
happened?
will update you after practice. I
What
think,
happens right here?
you know, moving on, the big thing for all of us is building
hear
off of last week's
nerves.
division win.
He's nervous.
Proud of the players and how they responded. It's always hard. It's never easy, but it's always hard to bounce back after those tough losses like we did. And I think that our guys did that. It's easy then. It makes it easier and a lot easier to have the belief in your players and coaches to be able to bounce back and move forward when they respond like that. I told you the last couple of weeks we've had some good conversations internally. It's helped us in the last couple of weeks. Continuing that process this week, it's led to making a decision to move with Justin as a starter. You know, we've been patient with this. We've grown with him. We're proud of Justin.
Was this collaborated?
He's been a great
Or were you
teammate from the very
told to do
beginning.
it?
And I think what needs to be understood is that from Justin's side, you know, with the injury, the plan and the process that we had going into this
How is this guy
was
our
important to
coach?
understand.
I can't.
And then when
I'm
Andy
presenting
unfortunately
this to
got
you
hurt
to
with his
show you.
knee, that sped the process up. That sped the plan up. And so I've always said from the beginning
threw up
to everybody
bombs
in
with
here,
that.
to our players, coaches, to y'all when y'all ask, is that we'll know. And he's done
48
everything
hours
to
ago.
show us that he's ready for
2
this
days ago,
opportunity.
you knew. You
I
didn't
think
know.
that Coach
Ring-a-ling-a-ling,
Laser has done an amazing
Virginia
job
ring,
at
you're
really
gonna
helping
be
to get this
our
process going.
king.
Just the whole
Booyaka,
thing in
booyaka,
general.
Justin
He makes
That's
my
it.
job as a head coach a heck of a lot easier. In
Butterfly.
regards to Andy, you know, I can't
Here's
say
this
enough
little
good things
butter
about Andy
Andy's
Dalton.
ass.
He is. I've been around a lot of special people,
Double
guys that have
talk.
done things the right way.
Promised
And,
Andy
you know, you
to
look at
be
the
the starter
situation.
Monday.
He's. I really think that he
most
was playing
damning
well for
evidence
us. I love the type of
already
teammate
been
that
said.
he is and continues to be. He's as good as they get. Really, I mean that. And when you have, you know, when you have to have
Thank
these
you, Andy
conversations
Spencer.
with these guys that you're with every day and you build these relationships,
All
I'm just
these
gonna
guys
be completely
coming
honest
out of the
and
woodwork.
real with you, man.
Calling
I'm an idiot. It's
You're
hard.
an idiot.
It's not
Exactly.
easy.
At least he admits that.
And so there's that part of this, and I just appreciate the way that
His
that
arms
he's
are
handled
folded,
everything.
Terry Johnson.
And so
He's looking
he's as special
down.
as they get.
He's
And
not
I've been around a
happy
lot of special
about
guys.
this.
He's as special as they get. So I think
Someone
that's important.
spanked him.
The edge here to stick with Justin.
Exactly.
Well, I think the biggest thing is, Dan, that again, the
Listen to
beauty
this,
of how
Your
we
Honor.
do things, and this is what I love about our building and our
God,
staff.
Blakey.
And I told you even with the players last week, like we talk through things, and things are fluid.
We collaborate.
Just knowing that whatever happens, it goes through me.
Remember this?
Things are
Remember
always
that.
fluid, really in any
Now it's
sport.
this.
But we discuss things. We're open.
discuss
We have open communication.
Watch.
You know, just being able to, for me as a head coach, to be able to listen as you
put
go through
this
the
together
process.
in
And I think
fucking
that, you know, really the
2
last
hours, maybe.
24, 48 hours when you go through everything and you know, inevitably you always know that you're going to be in this situation where
I am so
with our
embarrassed
situation
to
that
be
you're
a
going to have
Bears
to make a
fan.
decision, right? Is
Because
just knowing
you-
that whatever happens, it goes through me. And so you go through that, and that's day
stood
by
your
day.
ground
Just knowing
on-
that whatever happens,
It goes through me.
You
Goes
know,
through
we
me.
do it together, and then
But we do it together.
You know, obviously,
You see?
stating the obviously, the final decision. is mine.
Collaboration.
So,
Collaborate.
but listening, talking through, and all that.
No
stuff,
other
I thought
fucking
I
network
thought the
is giving you
communication was
this
great, and I just appreciate
because-
my staff.
you know
No, this
what?
is
People wanna
Justin's time,
believe in
and
blind
I think
faith.
that again, it
I'm
kind of goes
not
back to
a
what
believer
he was
in
asking with
I
where
feel
we're
bad
at. We're
for
so
Justin
confident
too.
in where he's at, with where Justin's at, and just continuing. We
Eric, go to another
let him
station.
grow. Again,
Good
like
for
I
you.
think the biggest thing
Eric,
is for us
I'm
to
glad you
understand
like Matt
that
Nagy.
it's
Quit
not
being
going to
a
be
Bears
perfect.
fan.
Justin knows that, right? We all understand.
I'm
There's
trying to
going to be
fix
some
this
times
shit,
that things
you
happen,
fucking moron.
but we got to continue to
Jesus
stay positive.
Christ. You want to be able to handle this kind of stuff, you have to deal in truth. Some fans
My
can't
goodness.
deal with that kind of truth. We have one more. One more. I know. It makes people so nervous because it's fucking true. I didn't make this shit up. This is SpongeBob talking shit to Squidward on fucking Monday, and then on Wednesday, fuck, what's his name? Patty? Whatever the fuck his name is. The fucking starfish. What's
Patrick.
his name? Patrick. Patrick Starr came down, smacked him around, and all of a sudden it changes. This is the worst run organization in football. It's not even close. Run, not team, not talent. The talent's out there, no doubt. The collaboration crew, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are ruining this. To allow that man to be in front of the football team speaking to them when they have heard this bullshit. Andy's R1. I didn't do that shit. Sorry, Eric. Go watch Greg's show tonight. I'm sure he's breaking something down for you over there. Happy times. Right here, I'm fucking almost crying in my fucking cereal. You've realized exactly the frauds. This is the last piece of evidence. Last piece of evidence for the jury. This is called corporate talk to finalize your points. This makes me the most disgusted. It's the shortest evidence, Your Honor.
And rookie quarterbacks often don't win games. How much of a risk is this for you as a head coach to make this move?
I'm worried about doing what's best for the Bears, and that's the only thing that matters. And that's everything that I just said here this morning is the why. Ultimately, it goes through me, right? Everything that we do, regardless of anything else, who's calling this, who's calling that, it goes through me. And that's it. That's the only thing.
This is now.
You think he'll be healthy enough to be the 2 this week?
I do, yeah. Yep.
Will Andy be healthy enough to be the 2? He was going to be the 1 if he was healthy, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. So everywhere you walk, there's a pile of dog shit that he's stepping in. And that is the leader of this football team. That is the leader of this franchise. This is a guy that Cars and other people believed in. I feel bad for them. This is not okay. You have a former defensive coordinator coming out wearing a Colt shirt purposefully, running his mouth about you talking too much like an asshole, lying to your fans. Just give credit to Bill Lazor. Everybody and their brother knew he called that game because Matt Nagy doesn't know his ass from his elbow. He doesn't. I've stood by this, took so much shit. I'm going to fucking take my lap. Fuck I am. I don't give a fuck about Eric and his crew of trolls. I want the Bears to be the charter dominant franchise that they could be. I got people on this show jawing in the chat at me about Khalil fucking Mack. I got to stand up for Mac. I had people join me about David Montgomery. I had to stand up for that. With tape. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, with tape. So tonight, I fucking used tape of the coach, Your Honor, and gentlemen and ladies of the jury, to show you this man, no matter what he did with Justin Fields, is the right thing to do because somebody told him. Ryan Pace, Virginia, whoever you write on your fucking vote, doesn't matter. That man should not be running the charter franchise. That man is a disgrace to football and everything I look forward to seeing the Chicago Bears become. He is the wrong brand of gasoline in the Mercedes. He's the engine without oil. He's popcorn without butter. He's pizza with no fucking sauce. He's everything wrong in football and beyond. Today is the biggest disgrace, even though you're doing the right thing and everyone out there is going to be celebrating tomorrow. Not here. Not here. This man needs to be put in jail. He needs to serve a lifetime sentence from being head coach of the Chicago Bears. I rest my case, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, where do we stand in the chat? Am I correct? Am I correct? That's all I want to know. Put your vote in. Fire Matt Nagy. Hash it up. Don't get caught up in the minutia. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. Steven.
We got to go find DA Eric in the chat here. Where's the
he
defense?
bounced. He went with Ariel and his mom to fucking Six Flags, Los Angeles, whatever it is. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Fire Matt Nagy. Go over to your Twitter, Facebook. Write it right now. Hashtag Fire Nagy. Fire Nagy. It's got to be done. We are stuck in neutral. I feel so bad for players like David Montgomery and Darnell Mooney and everybody that goes out on that football field to perform. Obviously, we're going to get into all of that tonight, but we wanted to have a little fun with this, Steven. And come on, man. I've never, Mark Trestman didn't embarrass me this bad. And we lost 50-0 at one point. And
his press conferences were a thing to behold too.
Exactly.
And this.
But
this,
the lies, 48 hours later,
he's a full
everything
politician.
goes through me. But Andy's the starter. No, Justin's. The whole world knew Justin should be starting. So when those same little fucking trolls that say it's never going to change, you guys changed it. I'm dead ass serious. You, 100 crew and fans, you guys changed it because culturally, there was no way you can go back to Andy Dalton after what he did to a division opponent playing solid football. I'm breaking down the tape. Shout out to my boy Bearlissimo, my associate producer for the TTNL brand, the executive producer on Keepin It X's with the O's on Saturdays. This shit is so embarrassing because you know what? The Bears offense actually looked like an NFL offense, and it coincidentally was run by Bill Lazor. And Matt Nagy's grubby little hands were nowhere a part of it. And everybody and their brother DM'd me that has an ounce of compassion or support for this network. Like, dude, you were 100% correct. I will never let off this gas, Steven. I will never.
There's no reason to. But I mean, even from the first snap on Sunday, you saw that 13 personnel out there. You're like, oh, the hell, this is Nagy. There ain't a damn chance that he's going to go out here with this. They knew this was going to be Monty's game, and it was Monty's game.
Yes,
they weren't gonna get away from that. Bill Lazor had his handprints all over that from the get-go. And yet here we are, the first two possessions. Oh, is Nagy calling plays? I see him with the card. I just don't see you talking in the mic. Look on the damn field.
Yeah, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And there's no way to save his job. If we do our jobs, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, don't listen to Eric Alley, please. I hate that kind of there's no way. There's no way the Bears are going to build a new stadium. It's happening. There's no way that David Montgomery's good. There's no way Khalil Mack gets double and triples. There's just not. Where's he in the stats? Know the truth. Watch the tape, or at least watch somebody without an agenda with the tape, like myself. I have none. Just going to show you the truth. That's where my pride goes in when I stood up for Robert Quinn. What's Robert Quinn doing now? He's at the toast of the town, right? Because as you saw and heard on this network, Chris Jackal can verify, or Claudio. Chris, I said Robert Quinn was playing injured last year, and thus relax. This is what we have now. We have a great defense with a secondary that has complete suspect communication. You got a championship defensive front, like a Super Bowl caliber front, no doubt. Even when Akeem Hicks went out, you still have an amazing front, right? On offense, you got Justin Fields, and unfortunately, I prayed for David because I know elite when I see it, and I stood by that. I said he's the identity. Now Adam Hogue is saying he's the identity, coincidentally. But the reality is you've heard that somewhere before. I live for this team to be good. I live for the truth. I live for the tape. I love football, but I can't tolerate the bullshit anymore. I'm not going to let this go because he did the right thing. Yes, he did the right thing. Look at Sean Hill. He's at fucking Disney World. He's still watching.
Buying those $20 popcorn buckets.
He's at Disney. What ride are you on? That's what I want to do. Because if you're on the fucking haunted house ride, Ted Phillips might be right next to you. Gotta watch
One of
your
those
back.
ghosts in the mirror.
Yeah, fucking Millhouse. There's some way that we can sell some more tickets. It's Justin Fields. Let's start him. Let's collaborate. This guy, Jesus Christ. I've never been so mixed with emotion. Like, you're doing the right thing. So you did the right thing. Then Demo gets hurt. Fuck. You pray that he's all right. It's only going to be 4 to 5 weeks, supposedly. I think Demo, and I said this to him himself, I'll share that truth with you. You'll be beating that 4-week mark. Might not be 2 weeks like I pray. It might not be next week. But that 3rd week, this guy is, oh my God, on tape. He's just amazing every time. It's unfortunate. God, it sucks. Really does. And then using the tight ends and keeping Jimmy Graham, lost cause out there. Just Cole Kmet's got to step up. We're going to get into a bunch of the football stuff. Obviously, performance over politics here at TTNL. Wanted to get that. If you're just tuning in tonight, Shayne Marsaw is having a night with his family. His son, Riley, had 9 hours of chemo and wanted a night with his dad, and we are going to give it to him.
Absolutely.
Going to give it to him. Send positive vibes, energy over to the Marsaws. Send positive vibes over to D-Mo, David Montgomery. The identity. Look, everything you saw in those things from Pagano down. Now we look ahead at the Raiders. Now you're going to play the Raiders. So you got to hope.
There's hope, guys. There's hope.
I hope
if
there's
we
hope.
got the right.
I hope there's hope too. Good timing there. You got to hope that this guy, Matt Nagy, stays away from the play calls because, in all honesty, he shouldn't have a job. Honestly, everything happened without Matt. Everything. Think about the game, Steven. There's a fumble that clearly is recovered by the Bears, and you, the head coach, don't challenge it because he already challenged once.
Can't lose that second one. Can't lose that second one.
We gotta save that. You use it on a turnover. You challenge it, and you get the ball back, and you beat them more. Pay attention to the fucking game. Wow, guys. You heard Matt Nagy this week. Wow, guys. I was involved with everything. I loved what I was hearing. I was like, keep going, Bill. Do your thing, babe. You know what he was really saying? Fucking Bill making me look like shit. I don't want to tell anybody. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. After he answers those questions and finally goes, Bill called a good out of the corner of his eye with a grin. Fine. What's his name? I always forget this. Potsy. Mark Potash. I'm going to give you the fine. Bill called a good game. And I'm not going to answer that anymore now. Everything goes through me. Even when I'm calling plays, it all goes through me. No shit. No shit. Nothing went through you on Sunday, though. Just like Steven said. You're starting out in the fucking eye. You're running the ball. You're using your identity, for God's sake. You're helping your young quarterback with chips. Imagine going up against the Cleveland Browns and you don't do that? I do, because I remember it happening with Matt Nagy. Jesus.
Second worst offensive performance in modern NFL history just 2 weeks ago. To think that it's gone that it's come back that much, and the fact that it's looking up now. But I have one main concern about this still. Even for him doing the right thing, and even for him obviously getting this massive chip on his shoulder about everything. I mean, you heard it in his voice. You just said, like, I'm not going to take any more comments about it. I mean, just from the beginning of that to the end of it, it's just like from happier to more gloomy to pissy, more selfish, and you just felt it. But we remember this happened last year, that Bill Lazor started calling plays. And then sometime, don't know when, but sometime, Matt Nagy started doing it again. I know you do. That's why you draft Dr. Phil. But with that, who's to say he's not going to do that again? And that's what scares the hell out of me is, will he do that again? Because I think it's very possible that he could if this team comes out and let's say they lose 2-3 straight. He comes back. He's like, everything goes through me. I'm going to make a change. We got to do something different. I'm taking the play calling back. Honestly, I don't think there's anything stopping him. That's what scares me to death. We can be happy now about him making the right decisions, but it's still Matt Nagy. And it is still a guy that has not gotten his shit together since 2018. This is an offense under Matt Nagy that hasn't worked since the Rams game on Sunday night in 2018. When teams figured him out and he hasn't bothered to adapt at all to make sure that NFL teams don't know what's coming up against them. But here we are, once again, asking when this is actually going to hold for the long term. Because to be gratefully honest, I'd call it 70-30 that he will actually let Bill Lazor, but that 30%, that could easily grow with a couple performances that don't ring true to getting this offensive identity to where it should be. But Bill Lazor's the guy to do it. That's the problem. It's just, will Matt Nagy have that patience to allow him to do that, especially now that David Montgomery's gone?
Exactly. And it goes back to ego. It goes back to ego because, listen, the whole point of that exercise is to show you the truth, to emphasize that. So nobody forgets what he was saying on Monday, what he was saying after the game, what his defensive coordinator that he fired is basically saying or forced out. This guy has an ego. So guess what people with egos do? And I'm not talking about being confident. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having to have control, having to be in charge. Thus, you heard him. Everything goes through me, though, guys. After a win, he's saying that. Doubling and tripling down on that. What is that going to say? That's going to say, hey, I might have to take over again because this is my job. So he's always going to put himself first. Himself over everything. And that, to Steven's point, is totally what scares me as well. Because I don't know what the reality of this guy's power is. Because after the Cleveland game, Bill Lazor or whoever you wanted to take over as the head coach should have. Because clearly, as I've said, as Chris Towner pointed out, since 2018, I've known that this guy is a fraud. He's a shoe salesman who was given this job through the Good Old Boys Network, and he completely has run quarterbacks out of here. He's developed nobody. And let's not forget the last point in all of this before I read the sponsor is this is not the first time he's given up play calls. This is the second time. And when you consider yourself a head coach, offensive guru, I call plays. I call plays. I love to call plays. And you got to give it up twice. Twice. You can't find the identity if it fucking smacked you in the face. You can't run the ball in the red zone. You're fucking running shovel pass options to fucking receivers and tight ends. If this is what you want, then you're wanting the wrong date to the prom. Matt Nagy is the wrong date to the prom. He's way in over his head. And he's nobody that we want around this freaking young, talented quarterback. That's what this fight is about. This is way trying to save face. This is politics. It's a disgrace. You all have to be louder and stronger. I don't care if they win. Because to Steven's point, we remember a 6-game losing streak with Matt Nagy calling plays. And then he gave it up and had to come out in front of the public. And then they started winning coincidentally. And then you know what they did after? We collaborated. You saw it. I put it in there so to refresh people's minds. You got that, right? And then what did they say? They used the 6-game losing streak to pride themselves. We got out of that. Most people could. You got out of it because Bill and Mitch Trubisky got you out of it. And the guy that you said sucks and can't run your offense, which, by the way, no one can. No one can. You got him out of town. You got this Jordan Howard out of town. David Montgomery. Take him out. Cordero, get in there. 4th and 1. Let's run Cordero. Today, you're talking about David Montgomery being the strongest. Oh, my God, he's so impressive. Oh, save it, you piece of shit. Don't talk good about a guy that you don't appreciate in real time. This is a fraud. That's it. Another rant tonight. You got me fired up. Oh. Hey, guys. BetUS.com. That's right. With sports betting season in full force, the NHL, the NBA playoffs, and everything coming up, football season. You need a sports book with integrity and longevity, unlike Matt Nagy, like BetUS. You may already know this, but BetUS has been pioneers in the sportsbook industry for almost 3 decades, thriving and paying their loyal customer base. That's BetUS.com, and they have loads of bonuses. Join now, or you can even call a number. Some of you might have a rotary phone still. It's 1-800-69, Claudio's favorite number, BetUS. That's 1-800-69 BetUS. That's my BetUS. For those of you that still like to spell out words on your phone, you'll receive 125% sign-up bonus by using this bonus code. I'm about to give it to you. Get your pens, pencils, or your notes on your iPhone or whatever device, Galaxy phone. Don't get offended. Use promo code ShyCity125. They have the re-up referral bonuses also. So you're going to get more. BetUS is known as America's favorite sports book for a lot of reasons. It's BetUS has all your NBA, NHL, NFL games with teams and player prop bets, loads of NFL futures bets, NFL odds, college football. You can bet UFC matches, PGA golf, roundup matches, and live betting on most sports. And I can't believe this, including golf. The online casino has hundreds of games and race books, has all your horse tracks. They have every type of betting imaginable. And the Sharp BetUS mobile platform is easy with full betting options. Follow my lead and get your phone online and social sports betting partner with integrity. They love us here at TTNL. And longevity. You like TTNL, give them a shot. Like I did. BetUS. You bet, you win, you get paid. It's BetUS. There you go. Get over there and get your bet on. Speaking of bet on, here he is, first class Fernicola.
Hey,
straight.
Steve, I got you next week, bro.
We got the fantasy showdown. Uh-oh.
I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to hear from him.
Claudio, with you, it's all about.
All that aside, it's about clear communication on why.
It's all about the whys, Claudio.
That's it.
The whys are the reason. Today, we're going to do things in different order. People want to see Claudio.
What? Cut it out. Let's do it.
Claudio, his segment, Cut It Out. We're going to get to it early tonight without Shayne. Cut it out. Let's go, Claudio.
Hey, cut it out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you must have been at the top of your fucking class.
It's Claudio the Barber.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Just cut it out.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Man, cut that shit out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
It's Cut It Out with Claudio the Barber. Hey, you gotta let me talk, Phil. Hey, you gotta let me speak. Claudio is gonna be bringing a new sense to keeping it 100. It's Cut It Out with Claudio on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Wow, Claudio got the scissors ready.
I think Cars is still upset he doesn't have his own song. You know that, right?
I
Cars is still upset about that shit.
Cars is fired. When isn't Cars upset? I think he rolls out of bed upset right now. I hope he comes on and gives us a formal apology on why Matt Nagy sucks.
Breaking news. The Tape Never Lies Network. Breaking news.
If you're just tuning in tonight, Shayne Marsaw not on the rotation tonight, not in your program. Eric Kramer, former Bears quarterback, not in your program. Eric Kramer will be on next week's show with David Kaplan. It'll be a creature double feature with two of the best, Eric Kramer and David Kaplan. However, this breaking news, TTNL, I'm taking Shayne's spot, giving you an update in the process. Cut it out. Well, today, former Bears receiver Anthony Miller was cutting it out in Houston. Yes, Anthony Miller cut by the Houston team. Cutting it out, chopping it up. Bye-bye, Anthony. We're back here with Claudio the Barber. Cut it out, Claudio.
Right, we're gonna cut it out. I'm gonna beat a dead horse. You know, play it. Let's go.
What do we got?
Go ahead, put it up.
You might have to unmute. Claudio will have to unmute himself.
All right, play it again. Play it again. Play it again. You fucked me up. Play it again.
All right, I didn't do shit. You have to.
This is going great.
No, go ahead. I haven't done that in a long time. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey,
what?
What are you doing?
We're waiting for you. I'm just you press it and do it. What are we doing?
You're fucking
I can't even get blamed for pushing buttons this time.
Jesus Christ, Claudio. I worked so hard on this one.
Critical.
I worked so hard on this one.
Let's see if he can pull it. I like the pictures better so far. You bring video back. And
listen, we got to bring.
You're fumbling the snap.
We're bringing sexy back. Ready? All right.
Claude, you got to hit the unmute on the left, on the bottom. Talk.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go,
Ultimately, it goes for me, right? Everything that we do.
Oh, motto.
This is a horrible. It's all Shayne's fault. That's all, Shayne. This is Claudio the Barber from Tape Never Lies Network. Hey, who was calling the plays on Sunday?
Ultimately,
can you
it
let
goes
us know
through me,
that?
right? Everything that
Please,
we do,
Coach.
regardless of anything else, who's calling this, who's calling that, it goes through me.
Oh, let me give you a hint. Dr. Evil
Ultimately, it goes through me,
put one
right?
on a
Everything
shark.
that we do, regardless of anything else, who's calling this, who's calling that, it goes through me.
Okay, hold on. Blank tag.
Ultimately, it goes through me, right?
Blank
Everything
tag.
that we do, regardless of anything else, who's calling.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
What was
bad?
that?
I had more to go, but you fucked
maybe
it
the
up.
worst job ever. I gotta keep it 100.
This
man.
convention here is called the Cobb Quickie. Hands down the easiest way.
Stick to the pictures. Clearly, he couldn't get his mic on. Oh my God.
Oh,
Jesus.
He's got excellent get off.
Speaking of excellent get off, get Claudio off right now. What was that? Holy cow.
Oh, God.
What was that? Listen. Unbelievable. I said to Shayne even said earlier this week, Claudio's been really stepping up with this. He's got the pictures, he's talking, he's got it all broken down, and tonight happens. Jesus.
When I say the variables, that's part of the variables in all three phases. I mean,
Yeah, that's part of Claudio's
many hits
variables. All three phases of that bong. I don't know who's got more to hit. Jackal don't do shit.
Smoke weed every day.
They're all smoking weed every day. But listen, Claudio gave it his best effort at calling plays. He reminded me of Matt Nagy there. I'm not going to lie. Claude, not your best performance. We keep it 100 here. We can go. Do I got to go back to the jury? Bullets is still laughing. William Hill is still laughing.
Oh,
I don't know what to make of that, Claude. Do you want to defend yourself real quick?
Well, you didn't let me finish it. It was going to get better, but it's all good. It's all good.
Cherie is saying absolutely
No.
not.
All right. Well, hey, next we.
I think we got to go back to the whys, Claudio.
That was my Browns game.
what are the whys? Right? What are the whys? And so when we all understand what the whys are, whatever that is.
I'm telling you, how stupid is that?
Thank you.
The wisdom from Coach.
Claudio getting the false
next
start
week,
after
you
calling
gotta,
a timeout.
You gotta come better than that.
I will try. I mean,
first class Vernicola went
man.
to fucking.
I'm just thinking about Chicago.
The
That's what it
baggage
is. My mind's on Chicago, bro. In 2
Yes.
weeks. That's what my mind's on.
I'm waiting for Sammy
Can't
the
wait.
Bull. He's gonna come on and give us an update coming up. I don't know. Did Cars get the link or yeah? I don't know where he's at. But speaking of being at this Sunday, right after Raiders Bears, you know where you're gonna be. If you don't know where you're gonna be, I don't know what you're drinking or smoking with Claudio, because it ain't gonna be watching Claudio do Cut It Out. It should be watching Bears Hour Live.
Bears Hour
32 is the identity.
This guy's
Storyline.
playing with the ones for the first time. We get it. There's a big difference, but everybody wants to make a comparison, and that's just at you. But I mean, you're grasping at straws. Phil, one thing that I think is important, because we always want to look at the big picture and look at everything. And Matt Nagy, and we got to find, we have to look at the whys. We have to find out the whys. Well, change your perspective on that. You found a why today. Why did you win? You found a why today because your quarterback that you drafted number 11 overall changed outcome of the game on 3rd and 9.
What are the whys?
Yeah, number one is a why.
There is no reason why the best player on your offense leaves the field until he says, I need a break. And that's David Montgomery.
You got to go into that game and win that game. So you got to have a strategy. You got to have what you want to do. Now, you could start that game, but you got to put Justin Fields in there for a whole series or 2 series. And let him play. Make him make plays. And run your guys deep. I mean, curls, everything.
Blame it on the bubble wrap.
That the team is a reflection of you. How you set your team up for failure is to not have them prepared.
Bears Hour Live.
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
This Sunday, right after the game, there it is, Bears Hour Live. A couple little clips. You guys know the show. Over 12,000 views just in 2 days after the game. I don't even know where it's at now. Love you guys. You fans. Jackal has been fucking killing it, bringing some of the best fans to the table when it comes to Bears Hour Live. If you are going to be a part of that show, make sure you reach out to Cherie at LadyBear83 on Twitter, at Chris Jackal on Twitter. Don't fucking reach out to Claudio because he will fuck it up big time.
I don't go on Twitter. I don't need the attention. I don't go on Twitter.
We love Claudio. Claudio, you are amazing, Claudio. I'm serious. In all honesty, I know that shit was probably your worst moment here.
Hey, you know,
and we will, and Caden will make sure to relive that next week in the Open.
It was gonna get better, I swear.
I promise you, I was calling plays. They all go through me.
I was gonna let Laser fill in for me at the end. That's what was gonna happen.
Laser's so calm when he talks. He's so calm when he talks. What do you want to do now, Claudio? Do you want to bring Sammy down? Well, I was waiting for cars.
Oh, no, we got Sammy, right? We got Sammy.
Yeah, let's
Sammy.
do this. Let's get you in the mood for Sammy the Bull. We're gonna quickly talk about the meet and greet on October 17th. Bears versus Packers. TTNL Tailgate and Bears Hour Live after the game in the parking lot. Sammy's going to talk a little bit about that. But first, we are going to remind everybody what's going to be playing on the DJ. Spin that wheel. This is the Cool Kennedy Draft Dr. Phil. Curls, curls, curls. Bubble screen over here. Let's curl. I said it, I get so frustrated. The city of Chicago.
Nagy throwing ass.
Curls.
I hope he throw it downfield, but he always calling curls.
Curls.
I bet he put in Justin Fields and he still called curls.
Curls.
Nagy knows deep in the playbook, still calling curls.
Curls.
And Nagy calling all these curls and it's fucking in my world like Matt Nagy loves drawing plays, calling plays. Surprised they all curls. Man, I should erase it with a pencil. Nagy hit his barber, asked for the Jerry curl special. Damn, do we really think any dog in the special? Curly fries on the Greek diner menu. Prime time curl routes disappoint the venue. We got speed receivers blocking the ends too. DDP called me up, so I'm in route. I hope Mustafa could throw a block. 32 might have to bust out and break 11 tackles. By the way, RIP to the tackles. Mad Nagy up prepared, he got the city shackled. Giving up first downs, Eddie Jacks won't tackle. And it's the same old song when they gon' put in Justin Fields, but it won't be for Nagy throwing ass.
Curls.
I hope he throw it downfield, but he always calling curls.
Curls.
I bet he put in Justin Fields and he still called curls. Nagy knows deep in the playbook, still calling curls.
Curls.
And Nagy calling calling all these girls and it's fucking in my world like.
Couldn't find a run if he was DMC. 4 long years, no identity. 32, Montgomery, taking Duncan office while pace signs and speed. Prime overnight, get her straightened up for curl. Nagy played calls from Arena World. Hold up, gotta answer the why. Always calling passes cause
Big plays are nice.
gimmicks don't work in the streets or the field. Overwhelmed line like a VU spiel. Preaching competition at every position, but not having Justin on the field. Contradiction. For sure.
For sure.
For sure, for sure.
For sure.
Throw the diner menu out, smells like manure. Give up plate calls, let them stand in ovation. And while you're at it, throw out collaboration.
Curls. I hope he throw it downfield, but he always calling curls. Curls. I bet he put in Justin Fields and he still called curls. Curls. Nagy knows deep in the playbook, still calling curls. Curls. And Nagy calling all these curls and it's fucking in my world like.
Bubble screen over here. Let's throw curls. I said in I get so frustrated. The city of Chicago, Orange Funk, he had a chair for Matt Nagy's curls. Let's do curls all day. Got tacked down the field. Over here, let's throw curls.
What are the whys?
Performance over politics.
There it is, TTNL Originals, guys. We don't play around. Curls. Obviously, with Bill Laser, we're going fades, action, run the ball. Fucking saw counter plays on Sunday. I know Cars is almost ready to confess he was completely and utterly wrong about Matt Nagy and fuck Nagy. We sent him a fucking hoodie that says fuck Nagy on it. He's going to wear it to the Tailgate show. I kid. He looked down. I thought he would laugh at that, but he's not finding it funny. I thought he would. But anyway, Sammy the Bull.
What's up, guys? Claudio,
Sammy
that was
the
terrible,
Bull.
buddy. That was terrible.
I know. It's all right.
He had to leave the backstage to collect himself after that.
I couldn't fucking hit the mute button. I'm trying to hit the mute button. It's all timed. It's all right. Whatever. I'll make up for it next week.
Here
It's
he
all right.
is. Matthew Carstensen in the house. The nerd alert. I don't
Sorry,
want you to in the back.
I was doing homework and then fell asleep putting my 5-year-old to sleep, so we all know how that goes.
Well, there you go. Matt Nagy's probably doing the same thing right now. With his 5-year-old, his 6-year-old, and his 9-year-old. Anyway, let's get into this real quick. We brought our guy Sammy the Bull, who has been the lead dog here, setting up the TTNL meet and greet tailgate, as well as post-game live, Bears Hour Live. At Soldier Field, that is going to be in the north lot. Is that what it's called? South
end
lot
zone. Yeah, we're gonna try and set up around the southwest corner, the northwest corner of the tailgating area in the south end zone. So, guys, just bring your stuff. If you can make it, come on down. You can walk down there. You can get a parking pass. Jump on, ticket or StubHub or one of those things and get one. Jump in with one of the 100 crew. You can do that too.
Come out there and chill out, right? Because you're going to be out there.
I'm going to be out there.
Have the game on a TV.
Yeah, we're going to try and set it up. I know some of the guys are going to have some audio. We're going to have live coverage there.
You're going to have a DJ,
music, food. So it's going to be a good time. We're looking forward to everybody out and doing meet and greet.
Jackal's first time at Soldier Field ever in his life. He's excited.
I'm sleeping in the same bed as Claudio. It's going to be awesome.
Hopefully Claudio doesn't wear it. Just
first class Vernicola doesn't play like
and
that.
Who's the little? That's the really
Those
important.
Aren't pillows.
Claudio, you can't wear whitey tighties, buddy. You gotta.
No. This invention here is called the Cobb Quickie.
Jackal strikes me as more of the big spoon type in that relationship.
Exactly.
So if everyone just closes their eyes and pictures that for a moment, we can all be thoroughly uncomfortable and roll with it.
Waking up sharing a pillow.
We're excited though.
Face to face.
That is going to scar me for a while.
Nuts the butts, Claudio. Nuts the butts, buddy.
That is.
We're going to be out there live, tailgate, music. Meet and greet before the game. So
Guys,
we'll be recording it. We'll be playing music and TTNL original stuff, talking. You'll meet everybody. Cars, are you going to be able to go that day?
I think so. I just have to make sure we can have someone to watch the girls since I think my wife is working. So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. Well, just keep me posted on that. So you Cars fans,
there's none.
Be there.
So it's fine.
Jeff Burton.
Edwin.
Jeff
Edwin's
Burton.
a big fan.
Edwin's not a fan. He's a brother. There's a big difference. He's legally obligated to at this point.
Edwin wrote me a great
fan.
note.
I mean, Braggs is
Cars?
a fan. Braggs is a fan.
Yeah,
Braggs
Braggs is your number one.
I'm not sure who that is.
Deny. He won't be at that game.
If you don't have a ticket, you still could go out there, join the party, have a blast, meet Sammy the Bull, Jackal, Cherie will be there. There's the lovely Cherie.
There's Cherie.
She's going out there. Caden Whitlow, Ron G, Cool Kennedy, the Music Man, and all of this. It's going to be a blast coming out there October 17th. Bears versus Packers.
It's coming up, guys. So this.
I agree with that comment. That comment is fantastic. Let's roll with that.
This one doesn't have to go to work. Yeah,
that's his wife. I don't want to have any.
I had to throw that up there.
I don't want to have Tariq Cohen asking people to go fund his mom.
Yeah, that's
like a multi-millionaire. Hey, pay for my mom. How about you pay for your mom?
Yeah, that was wild.
Anyway, I love Stephanie. I hope I get to meet her. We both have wives named Stephanie. That's amazing.
We both outkicked our coverage because God bless the patience on those two.
Yes. Yes, I know. I hear about it all the time. My wife, anyway, my wife is amazing. I can't wait.
I didn't do that.
Look at that.
That was not me.
Anyway, Stephanie's, yes. This Sunday, though, we are playing the Raiders. Before we move ahead, we're going to move back. And Sammy, is there anything else people need to know about this before we move on from this?
Yeah, you just get up there as early as possible if you want to get there early. When the tailgate opens, I think it opens around 8:00. We're going to be there early. I'm going to have some of the guys probably meet me over at my place downtown and then head out to the park. You know, obviously it's a pain in the ass to get in there, so it's going to take a while to get into Soldier Field. We all know that. We're all ready for that Arlington move. I don't know who's with me, but I'm there.
Yes,
I'm ready for it.
110%.
Oh yeah, I mean it's time. Soldier Field. I mean the Bears never own where they play it or anything like that. It's time. It's time to make a Jerry's World here in Chicago. So
I agree.
For sure. But yeah,
that Sunday we will be in the Chicago Soldier Field vicinity at the what end zone again? North?
South end zone. Yeah, it's the south end zone parking lot tailgating area. Guys who's familiar, it's been a bunch of Bears games. That's like your main parking area. So South lot opens at 8 a.m. Braggs, you're on it. He knows what's
Braggs, Braggs is also going to be there helping out. Ivan Vargas is going to be there. Ron G has already shown the setup of the video footage. We're going to be taking questions live after the game from fans and people that are around there. We got a lot of prizes to give away and a bunch of stuff to happen. And former Bear players might be showing up. Some surprise faces there. So get out there. North end zone.
South
flags. South end zone.
South end zone.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, brother.
North end zone. If you want to go to the field museum,
you can hang out in the north end zone.
Just want to go to the field museum and check it out. They went to the Dolphins over at the fucking Shed Aquarium.
Why do I feel
north
like
south runner?
Why do I feel like Phil's going to end up at Wrigley, right, or somehow, and he's going to be at the complete wrong place?
We're going to go a few blocks north over to Boys Town and call it a day.
I purposely made my hotel walking distance to Greg's Point so I could be there bright and early because, like he said, if you're going to get in there, you got to get in there early. Got to get in there early.
Fuck you, Braggs.
So we will get there. Braggs and Jackal will meet for the first time. Will they embrace? We
Will
will
they hug?
cover that live.
Neon belly, game
We will
over.
we cover that live. So that is that. I think we covered all of that. You have any questions? If you have any questions, please direct them to Jackal, myself, Cherie, Shayne. If you're just tuning in right now, Shayne Marsaw has taken the night off to be with his son, who had 9 hours of chemo today, and said, Dad, do you mind? I just want to hang out with my dad. So that's family first, always here.
Yep.
If you're just tuning in, you missed my whole case with evidence of why Cars was completely wrong about Nagy. And that, once again, I stand on top, Stephanie. I know, I'm sorry, of my case with Matt Nagy. I was hoping that Cars was going to be right because he did his bold prediction that he would be fired on Monday, if you watched last week, which I was so impressed with. But
Fire himself, right?
I never cheer for the Bears to lose. Has anybody
did the
done
right
that?
thing. That's what saved his job. If he didn't have Laser calling plays, he's fired. So yeah,
I agree, Carl. I think after I posed my case, I don't know if you saw it because you were putting your daughters to sleep, but you missed all of the evidence why he should be still fired today. It's embarrassing. The double talk, politics, the corporate world, all of that stuff's got to get. You got to get that out of the Bears. I know Ted Phillips and what have you are still going to be there, but you still can have a leader of men that puts a priority stamp on football. That's what we need here. That's what we need. Even if we have to deal with the Ted Phillips, he's got to get somebody maniacal in here that says, fuck, I'm going to fucking fight you tooth and nail to get football the priority. It is, however, the reason why you make money at the end of the day. It is. Anyway, so there, show up at the lot, be there early.
Get there early, boys. Everyone.
We are going to be
Girls
there
and girls.
early, Greg. Don't you worry. Sammy, Ron G already have a plan at 6 in the morning. If they have to be there at 4, Ron G told me, I'll be there at fucking 4 in the morning. Greg giving all the stats. The stats.
Make sure you have that pass. If you are planning on tailgating, you got to have that pass for the south end zone. So that's very
Appreciate
important
the news.
because then you get stuck and you won't be able to go in.
Really?
Yeah.
Even without a pass?
No, if you're walking,
no,
you're
just
fine.
with the car.
Just with the car. If you're tailgating only. If you're not, if you're just going to
CBD
show up
allowed
and
in the
walk,
parking lot?
you're fine.
What's that?
Is CBD allowed in the parking lot?
Everything is allowed in the parking lot.
Oh, wonderful.
You know that's legal in Illinois now.
Hey,
Right?
you know, I say
that
I'm an
Gary's
out-of-stater,
smoking
brother.
a fat blunt. Gary, the
Right,
truth.
This is Connecticut.
Exactly.
Still
Hey,
got
it's
bears
legal in
roaming around
Connecticut
in your backyard.
It's legal in Chicago?
Oh, yeah. It's legal in Illinois.
Claudio's happy.
Claudio's like, I'll
Claudio
be there
didn't know
outside.
Chicago is in Illinois, but you know.
Claudio will pick you up at the airport with a blunt.
He's definitely gonna be a mile high when he's there.
Perfect roommate for me then, Claudio.
Why do you think I went first class? You could bring pre-rolls in first class.
Meanwhile, on the tape, never lie. Here we go, guys. We do it every week. We got Cars here. We're ready to rock and roll. Sammy, you're going to stay in and play the game with us.
Okay.
It is a game where the opposites attract, like Paula Abdul sang at one point in the 80s. Go together like opposites, right? This way, the bear up is the good player. The bear down, unlike the song, is a bad player. And we do it every week here. Where is the song? There we go.
Philatosian, Shayne Marsaw, the Tape Never Lies Network.
A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up. This week, Draft Dr. Phil and Shayne Marsaw, the smartest man. Bear ups,
and bear downs of the week.
Here we go. We're going to play the game, and we are going to put Cherie up there.
Yes.
And rock and roll it like this. So we'll go around from Cherie, Chris, Cars. We'll go to Sammy, Claudio, Steven, then end with me and back around. All right? So we always start with the negative. Cherie, your bear down this past weekend.
My bear down is going to Cole Kmet.
There you go.
I'm not I know people were kind of excited about him. He's Chicagoland area brags, not Indiana. Born and bred.
Let her know.
People were excited about getting him. I'm not impressed with him. Like I said, we've all said it. I'd rather see what Jesse James can do. I like to see him used more than Kmet. So for me, Cole Kmet is my bear down.
Bear down. I love it. Her Cole Kmet. Anybody want to stop that marriage and stand up right now and say anything different? No, Cole Kmet. Listen, there's a play where Justin, and I'm going to break it down this week for you, where Justin rolls to his right, Cole Kmet's trotting, and then he's got to just move himself and be an athlete, and he falls to the ground. It infuriated me during the game, but then on tape, it just gets me even more upset. It's like, you're a freaking athlete. Square yourself. Be the tight end we drafted you to be. Make a fucking play. Make one play. And there's a few missed blocks that are just horrible. He has position. You have position to win, and he doesn't. So I like that picture. Chris Jackal, your bear down.
I want to take the easy road here. Matt Nagy. I'm just going to get it out of the way for all you guys. I just fuck him, fire him. Sorry, Cars. I'm just, let's get it over with. He's my get the fuck out of here. And then he ruined it on Monday with his press conference and then got his comeuppance and figured it all out apparently. So here we are. But that's my pick.
How do we do it?
Bear up is positive.
Bear down.
Yes. You have to announce it, so you have to say,
thank you,
Claudio, you teach him.
Claudio. It doesn't actually matter unless you say, my bear down is
Coach Matthew
It's now
Nagy.
officially in the Library of Congress.
Now it's in the line.
Best part was I was going to say it backwards, so I'm glad you mapped that out for me, first class.
First class. Don't make me mad.
What is that?
That's Mr. T, man. He's fired up.
T.
He pities the fool. He pities the fool that doesn't know how to play the game, Jackal. How long you been doing this?
A couple of times.
Here we go. Cars. Nobody's disagreeing with you there, Chris Jackal. I completely and utterly have already ranted on this. It was an embarrassment. And then today, even more so. When you want to be a happy moment and really do with a backbone, like you made a right decision for your franchise. The day Cars went, the Bears are trading up, in the back of Cars' mind, this is the franchise signal caller. Sunday, the kid performs as the franchise signal caller. On Monday, Nat's still trying to hold on to some ego. And obviously, somebody talked to him. I have my story, and I'll share it another day. Matthew Carstensen, a real Matthew.
My bear down is Allen Robinson's agent, Brandon Parker. I don't know if anybody saw what he tweeted, but he was like, great offense, but only 3 targets for Allen. Come on. And it's like, look, dude, first off, you averaged 20 a catch on that. It looked good. It was accurate. There's this thing called a game plan. It was the right thing. Every time I feel like we make some progress in this offense, it feels like Brandon Parker always is coming up with some tweet complaining about Allen Robinson, his use, how he's not appreciated. We're doing all of this. And quite frankly, I'm just absolutely sick of it by now. Like, to your point, Phil, we're coming off of a win. We should be able to enjoy that. Press conferences on Monday be damned. But if the first thing out of your mouth is only 3 targets for Allen, then really you just need to shut the fuck up. So my bear down is Brandon Parker. That's cheating, but I don't care.
I like how you did it though, because it comes with the mission statement of this network, being truthful. And I think you really are. I got to give you credit because it is an indictment. The tape is an indictment on Allen Robinson. That's all I'm going to tell you. So when tomorrow evening, when I drop the Tape Never Lies video offensive breakdown that I do, Allen Robinson will be a focal point with his agent, not helping at all in blocking. And I think that kind of selfishness is a showcase of the character in a moment where you guys got fucking railroaded. You look like Grant Lack out there. You don't know how to play football. You don't know football. You couldn't understand your ass from your elbow against the Browns. Then you come out and you're trying to redeem yourself to help a young rookie signal caller. And you aren't helping David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert and Damian Williams run the ball. You selfish son of a bitch. That's what I look at when I see Allen. Wait till you see it on tape. I don't make it up. It gets me so fired up. So to
he's
his
reading
agent,
his own press clippings, right? Like,
tell his agent the next time. How about Allen start blocking for the team? Then he'll get some more targets.
What does Mooney do pretty well, Phil? What does Mooney do in the run game?
It's the complete utter opposite.
Exactly.
I'll give Matt Nagy one load of credit. He fucking finally figured out David Montgomery's identity 3.5 years into the job. And he gave Darnell Mooney credit for his blocking today. It's unbelievable. Here we go. Mr. Sammy the Bull. Your bear down.
My bear down is going to Bojack, Eddie Jackson. I still don't like the guy. He still doesn't really know what he's doing out there. When it comes down to it, he can't hit him. He can't tackle. He doesn't want to tackle. I should say he doesn't want to tackle more than he can't tackle. He looks lost, and at times there's levels that he should be playing to, and he doesn't. He doesn't know how to get to the flag, doesn't know how to get to his post, and you can see it out there. So my bear down is still Bojack. Don't like the guy at all. Get rid of him.
I mean, everybody can tackle. You heard him in that video, right? Everybody in the NFL can tackle.
Who cares about tackling, right? Cars?
Yeah, it's not that important. It doesn't get you paid so that you can stop trying to tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's an indictment, again, on the organization for absolutely having this guy mic'd up and saying that. I think you do yourself a disservice by putting that out there while this guy continues to be the highest paid safety you've paid in your history of the Charter franchise, and he does not tackle. He just doesn't. And the communication should be going through him, Cars.
He's not a leader.
He's the most seasoned guy.
Yeah, he's making Deion Bush sit, squat. There's all this confusion. It's because of him. To Cars' total point that he's saying right here, he's the veteran. He's
the Pro Bowler.
Bro, we're doing cover 2. You got 70. You got 85. You got 85. I got this. Over there helping the young fucking corner. This young corner, Jalen Johnson's twice the player he is every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Have I ever showed you my Eddie Jackson impression? That's it. That's every coaching moment. That's it. That's it. I think it's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
He knocks a guy out of bounds. He's
throwing his hands up in the air.
Flexing.
He's the man. He made a play. He did his job.
He's
somewhat.
like Run DMC with this. Might as well just do the Adidas flex. Get him a Kango.
My Adidas.
Eddie Jackson. Come on.
Yeah, get out of here.
I like the call there. I like the call. Claudio the Barber, first class for Nicola.
So I'm gonna listen. I got
Cut it
two.
out.
My cut it out is a bear down for today, for sure. That was bad. So I'll get that shit.
You're like Nagy taking his play
Oh,
call.
yeah.
So,
Keep it
there
at
you
100,
go.
bro. That's all good.
I like it.
No, but no, listen. I'm gonna go different though. The fucking field crew, the turf crew, the landscapers, whatever you want to talk about. I saw at least 5-6 slips. Montgomery might have got hurt because of the field.
Critical slips, Cars
seriously,
again.
like,
True.
bad.
Well, they got
So-
soccer playing there too, Cards. That's why.
Yeah, so I don't know
that's
what
why.
up with that.
Field's tore up.
It needs
It's
to fucking
awful.
be fixed.
Terrible.
It needs to be fixed. So my bear down is the fucking turf crew, field crew, whatever the fuck
And
you call
that
it.
is the Chicago Park District, correct, Stephen Johnson?
That is correct. That's been the history of Soldier Field, as far as I'm concerned.
It's
I
like,
mean,
can't
ever
you
since
just
that
put down
turf in there.
turf? Just
Terrible.
put down the field turf.
It's so damn
Stop
painful.
with the
That's-
fucking stupidity.
But that's why they're doing Arlington, right? It's again because again we never should underestimate that Lori Lightfoot dragged Ted Phillips for how bad of a deal they signed for Soldier Field recently. But the whole reason none of that goes in, and the whole reason the Bears don't want to negotiate with the city anymore is they won't do anything that the Bears want. They're the draw. They're what's make that go. And then the Bears will be like, I want turf. And they're like, haha, screw you. We're putting in 47 high school games before you play the Packers. Good
20
luck.
soccer games
And
on top of that.
let's build Kanye West's house.
Yeah, the house.
Just,
Come on.
don't worry
For
about
a
the
listening
field.
concert, not even an actual Kanye West performance, a fucking
Yes.
listening concert.
Fucking Cairo
standing up
Santos
there.
stepped on a fucking nail out there from the fucking house, for God's sake. Come on. What are we doing here? It's ridiculous. Put down field turf. I always use the analogy of Bill Belichick on a Monday after a loss because of slips. I want field turf, Robert. This week. It fucking was in there for the next game. I go look back in history. Winning fucking matters to the Patriots, obviously. Before we get to Stephen John, let me just address Grant Lack because he has a lack of knowledge. He's misquoting and saying, I'm going to read for those of you on the podcast. Just got done. He's talking about me. Just got done saying that Komet wasn't an athlete when he was trying to juke guys a couple weeks ago. Can't kill the kid if it 1 week and demand it the next. That's not what I said. It's not what I said at all.
Nope.
That's why narratives are written by people like you, Grant Lack, because you're not open your fucking ears. I said, as an athlete and a fucking tight end, pay attention, Grant. You catch the ball, you turn upfield, and you drop your motherfucking pads and truck a Jalen Ramsey. You truck him at 270 pounds and 6'6". That's what you fucking do. You don't fucking juke. By the way, athletes juke. They do. But when you're a 6'6" tight end out of Notre Dame, drop your motherfucking pads on a DB and run his ass over. Dare I say, like Ditka did. Dare I say, like any fucking tight end worth their fucking weight in gold for a young quarterback. Cherie, was I clear?
Yes, and but you know he went to Tiny End University.
Oh,
so
that's what makes it even worse for me. I just want to. I keep it 100 here. I address this. I even address positive shit as well. So I did not. I told Shayne, you gotta address the real fans too. You can't just be focused on the fucking blog boys. Gotta. Speaking of blog boys, not Mr. Stephen Johnson. Who's your bear down this week?
My bear down so down he's not a bear anymore. Simba Webster. Get the fuck out of town, man. Get the fuck out of town.
That's well done.
Wow.
That's well
I have
done.
never seen such piss poor punt return management in my life. He's sitting here, a ball dropping at the 25, waving his hands, thinking the ball's going to travel 25 yards into the end zone for a touchback. Meanwhile, it's rolling inside the 5, and here goes the offense with another 95-yard field to work with. Get that man the hell out of town, and thank God the front office figured out that was a major issue, and they go out and get a second-team All-Pro returner to fix that stuff.
Just so you know, Webster just waved off. You're putting him on the bear down, so we're just going to see where that falls afterwards. He's not receiving that one either.
Well done, Carl. So you got to say it to make it real.
My bear down is Nasimba Webster.
There you go. Look at you coming in hot.
Like it.
Coming in hot. Listen, there's so many things. Claudio took my bear down with his shitty fucking cut it out this week.
I knew you were going to say it. That's why I fucking said it. I'm going to beat this motherfucker too.
Well played. Well played.
That's exactly where I was going. And then Jackal totally steals my bear down as well, because I was going to cheat code fucking Nagy's ass and just continue to bury his ass.
I figured you'd done enough.
Whole first half of the show is your bear down of Nagy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Nagy's had enough.
The whole first quarter of the season, I think. Well, sorry, the last 3 years.
Listen, and you know what? We need to take our victory lap, because God knows none of those motherfuckers from Adam, all those guys in the media are not saying, you know what? TTNL was saying this. It takes a very special person to fucking give appropriate credit, because I always do. And that's my truth. And I'll do it right to their face on the show, as well as talk about it on the show as well. But that being said, my bear down this week is a tough one now. You all did a great job. For me, I got to stick with cars here. And there's just something about when a player decides that they're not going to give everything they got. It just, to be a great football player, God gave you all the fucking talent in the world, right? Walter Payton did with what he had given talent-wise, he did that much more. That made him a superstar. Tom Brady, God gave this guy limited talent, and he busted his ass and continues. Khalil Mack, God gave him everything, and he works his ass off. That's why he's a star. And you can go down the list. Allen Robinson, God gave you everything. You're a great route runner. You got great hands. But you don't have pride. Your position is in a team game. A team game. So if I'm out there coaching 7-year-olds in flag football and I'm making them do push-ups and sprint to the fucking fence and come back if they drop a ball, if they fumble a handoff, and you aren't doing the same thing for your teammates who are out there busting your ass and your agents out there fucking speaking for you, it's an embarrassment. It's a selfish, utterly disgusting embarrassment. And believe me, there's other players on this team that played poorly. You, in the moment when the ball's coming to you, great. But that's a one-trick pony. Need to be better, sir. If you ever come on as a guest here and have the balls to do it, I will say the same thing. You're a great football player that lacks that extra that would make you an amazing football player. So, Allen Robinson, you are my bear down this week. Bear up. I'm going to take the layup here. Well, not really the layup, because somebody will get the layup, and that'll be Steven Johnson, because I'm going to go where I went in emotion on BHL. I'm going to say this like this. The utter opposite of Allen Robinson is hashtag this up, tag him in it, the identity. What David Montgomery does every Sunday is outstanding. I played the position. I know what it takes. And what he does is beyond anything I could even imagine. I just sit back and appreciate a Da Vinci Code being done every run. Every run. They mess up the block, he makes a play. It's in the backfield. He's breaking 2 tackles, hurdling a guy, getting a 1-yard loss when it should have been 6. He's everything you hope your daughter brings home. He's everything that this franchise is about. He is a complete, he's what I said he was. He's elite. He's a top 3 back in this league. My father says he's the best back. I'll tell you what, he's not far off. And what he did and what happened, and you saw the raw emotion and passion when he got hurt, tears coming down his face. It made me emotional. If you didn't see my rant and praising him, I honestly, the city of Chicago, when you have a nice thing, appreciate it. Let David know you're thinking of him. I think that'll matter to him. Hashtag the identity, THEIDENTITY. Hashtag that up. Let him know because he's coming back. And it's cars. Gus Johnson's like, we can't even show the replay because it's so gruesome. We didn't even get to see it. I can't even see it on the All-22. I was trying to zoom in there. George gave me, I can't see it. So for him to only be out 4 to 5 weeks or whatever, I just think he's going to come back again.
Crazy.
I can't say enough about that. You know, that's how hard he works and trains. If he can get a dislocated or bent, awkward, what is it? Bent backwards knee, hyperextended knee. I've seen a hyperextended elbow, and I've had to pop the kid's elbow. I almost like passed out looking at it. It doesn't look right.
I kept waiting for Shayne to send us a video.
I know,
slow motion, and I was like, I was ready with the delete.
I was delete. But he does that shit to me. That fucking wrestler jumping off the top ropes, and I'm like, you motherfucker! And he disguises shit with like an intro, and then it's the fucking crippling. Anyway, David Montgomery, you are my bear up this week. Steven Johnson.
I gotta take the layup. I have to.
Gotta.
Please do.
Go for it.
Yeah.
My bear up is the one, the only, the QB1.
There
Justin
you go.
Fields.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
I tell you
Nice.
what, that 50-yard just rope of a pass to Darnell Mooney, and then just listening back to that beauty of a call from Gus Johnson, the biscuit in the basket. You have one quarterback on this roster that can make that throw, and that is Justin Fields. All these little blog boys out there, oh, well, he didn't have any passing touchdowns. He set that team up in a way that the only quarterback on that team could, and that's to get the ball into the end zone, working off of the identity that you mentioned, Phil. One, David Montgomery, and as well, you see Damian Williams getting involved too. Yeah. But this is a quarterback that changes the game for the offense, and he is making throws that only he can. And it's only going to get better from here. And it's about damn time that Matt Nagy and whoever the hell, God, I hope it was 98-year-old Virginia McCaskey walking in there and saying, I'm going to die soon, so you better get me a fucking victory on this field and a winning team on this field. But it is Justin's team now and damn well better be for the next 10 to 15 years. Justin Fields is my bear up this week.
Nice.
Great job. I can't even. That's the layup.
We know who Claudio's choosing.
Sammy.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I got a whole list of guys I was going to do.
What do you got?
Sammy, we're just going right to you.
You at least this worked out.
Listen, you
cut it out.
QB1. Well, I'm going to go with what might be the
wide receiver
one. All right.
Yes.
Darnell fucking Mooney. This
I'm shocked.
Well, listen, what the fuck? This dude, I mean, you talked about his blocking. I mean, the dude, when you hear him in the press conference,
Wait do you
he
see
says
it
all
on
the right
tape.
fucking things. This fucking kid, those catches, that diving one-handed catch is one of the best catches of the year so far. This
Oh
kid,
my
that over the
God.
That could have been a touchdown if it was hit a little. If the throw was a little.
The
Justin
other,
Fields hit
the
him
deep
his
ball,
stride, yeah.
That one
the other
too.
one, the
The
deep
one on the
ball.
sideline.
That
If
should
he
have
doesn't
been.
juke
Yeah.
back inside, if he just
No.
keeps going outside, he scored.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
You'll
But
see
the
it
one
on
on the
the tape.
sideline where he had a fucking
Oh man,
That
that
angle.
that
That was a
the body
That's a
adjustment.
So,
That's what an NFL receiver looks like, guys.
Yeah.
That's
I've been
what
on
one
Did his
does.
Dude,
agent tweet
from week
anything
one.
after that game?
What's that?
Did his agent tweet anything
No.
after that game? Yeah.
He said
Doesn't need to.
the week before,
Exactly.
if it hits my hands, I gotta catch it. That is
Yep.
a wide receiver one,
Accountability.
Claudio. You're 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
listen.
Yeah.
I've loved it. You know, I've loved this kid from last year is week one. I tweeted it. Like, I went and bought a fucking hat of his. He had swag.
Yes.
I'm pissed I forgot it at home. I was going to wear it.
Claudio is
But
begging Greg
this-
Braggs to get him down in the tunnel just to touch Darnell Mooney's
This dude,
hand.
I love him. He's just, I just love his attitude. He's what we need. It's what Justin Fields needs. He needs this guy. So hopefully their connection just builds and builds. And, I just, what are you going to say? My bear up is Darnell fucking Mooney, Mo Mooney, baby.
Mo Mooney,
Mo
Mo
Mooney.
Mooney, Mo Mooney.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
my
like
boy
this
Jim
spot down
Larison was at the game. It was amazing to watch Justin Fields live. He is an amazing
I
talent.
said I didn't.
Amazing. Come on.
Guy's a stud.
He's an How pathetic is it as a head coach after watching that? And you're like, Justin's our one. I mean, Andy's our one.
our
Justin's our two. Nick's our three. I'm like, is
Doesn't
this
even make
real
sense.
world? Is
Doesn't
this-
even make sense.
Am I being punked? Where's
Everything to gaslight Phil.
he just does it to me? I'm like, oh my god, where's Ashton Kutcher's ass? Is he coming out here, Virginia?
Not in the bathtub, I can tell you that much.
Sammy
That's
the
a good
Bull,
joke.
the leader.
I got
of the
that, Cars.
crew tailgate show. He's going to be
It's a good thing he
tailgate
has a pool.
patrol. He's
I'll be the
also going to
bouncer.
control the haters, making
Yes.
sure we're all safe
Exactly.
from troll patrol.
Troll
Sammy, Sammy the
That's
Bull.
a T-shirt. There you go.
Troll patrol.
We're just gonna give Troll
awesome.
Patrol a new meaning in this.
There it
So
is.
there you go, Sam. Go
Well,
ahead.
there's a couple. I mean, I don't want to take anyone's thunder, but I'm going to go with the position that I played. So I'm going to give my bear up to the offensive line. They did a 180 from the week before, and obviously we know who to commend on that one, but we'll leave that one up to Cars. The offensive line, they knew their blocks. They were hitting them hard. They were firing off the ball. They weren't on roller skates. They weren't on
Right.
skis standing up straight and getting blasted off the ball. They were pumping out forward and making holes for our boy Montgomery, and that's what it's up. So to me, and probably everyone else that agrees, I give my bear up to the offensive line in general.
Wow, look at you. Great job there. I will be breaking down the offensive line there just to keep it 100. Our guy, Sammy Mustafer, continues to have his struggles, to be
Give
honest.
him a slide, man.
He gives
There ain't gonna
himself
be
a
no
B plus though, so
Yeah.
he gives himself a B plus. So we're
all
fine.
right.
There
Yeah,
were
we're
some
still
moments
passing.
we could, but we'll look at it. And Fetty just,
He's
but hopefully Borum and Jenkins, Larry Borum showed me a lot. Obviously, Jenkins' tape is the only thing we really know as far as the NFL goes. So he's an unknown. All I know is what his tape said. Borum, I saw out there, and I really fucking so pissed they had to run that shovel pass Cars to hurt this poor kid on that fucking play. Matt just couldn't help. He had to throw a shovel pass to fucking Allen Robinson, of all people. Anyway,
terrible.
Cars, Matthew Carstensen at Bears Nerd on Twitter. Who is
So there
yours?
was two ways I was going to go, but I'm going to go with youth. And Travis Gibson for me is someone that I thoroughly
Nice.
have.
I was
enjoyed.
bringing his tweet up. I wanted to.
And you can use him too. We break rules here. Like if anybody ever else wants to do Darnell Mooney, because Claudio does it every week, whether it's 2 catches for 12 yards.
Do a collaboration, bro. It's good. Collaboration.
But look, that guy just has been all over the field. He has flash. He has made plays in the run game, in the pass game. It's weird that we went into the season kind of going, who's going to be the other guy outside of Mac? And now we're like, how the hell do we get this guy and Robert Quinn's more snaps together, and how do we do this? This is very much like Bilal Nichols and what he did in his second year to take that big leap. But the fact that, I don't want to see number 50, Atashu. I can't remember how to pronounce his name right now. Yeah, I want to see Travis. That's the guy I want to see more and more of, and I think he's earned that. So, Travis, you are my bear up.
Oh, yes,
Nice, Cars.
I love that pick, Cars. Guys, totally showing up on tape. If you're a big fan of this network and you're not a patron, we'll be breaking down the defense like we do in the coaches clinic every Saturday morning. X's with the O's, me, my father, and Barlissimo. We'll be looking at that guy. We'll be looking at Robert Quinn, Blog Boys. We'll be looking at these guys and giving you the tape for truth, not a PFF score with Charles Leno, the number one tackle when it comes to pass protections in a third down situation when the hot dog guy's in front of us.
And the sun is at your back. Don't forget that.
The sun is at your back. This guy's the guy you. What are we doing in life? Like, we're stretching to find stats to oh my God. Tevis Gibson is somebody that you got to really keep an eye on. He obviously, he calls out Jared Goff, right? What does it say? I can't read that writing. So what does it say, Jackal?
As soon as you think I have all the answers, I change the questions.
And then he adds Jared Goff, 99 problems, savage room.
Wow. So here you go.
And look who comments just below. Your number one quarterback, Justin Fields.
Yep.
Nice.
Look at that. Look at that. Yasinski.
Yersky.
Oh, Yersky.
It's Polish either way.
He's getting the Chicago accent already. I like it.
How about Justin Fields' story about his parents? Did you guys hear that? His parents still wanted him to go out and celebrate. He's like, no, I'm staying home and watching tape with Uno.
With Uno.
Yes.
And his Toyota Tercel or whatever, in the driveway, right? Or the Toyota Corolla in the driveway with the dog.
Toyotas and Bears quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Did you
Camry to Corolla?
Did you happen to see him giving money to the kids after the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
They were selling candy bars. Yeah.
Yeah, he's giving them money. How about David Montgomery, injured? Did you see this one? He gets out of the fucking car with an injury and goes and signs a young fan's ball.
It's awesome.
I mean, come on.
Can't
These
get better
are
than
men.
that.
Allen Robinson, he's fucking looking at how many fucking passes came his way.
Yeah.
That's got to stop.
And these are guys
Hopefully.
that other players want to play for.
Exactly.
Tell his agent, make sure you tell him, call him out.
Justin Fields is the real deal Holyfield. He really is.
Yeah.
Chris Jackal.
Robert Quinn.
There you
My
go.
guy. My bear up.
Fred Sanford. He's out there. He's got the hair growing. I'm like, don't
on the sideline there.
Don't cut his hair. Just
brutal.
Keep playing like that.
Ball
and give. What was her name? He used to say Elizabeth. Keep giving every Elizabeth quarterback. He's just
the big one now.
That strip sack, Cars. Oh my! Patented Robert Quinn.
Best duo in the NFL. Him and Mac. Best duo in the NFL.
Are you serious?
Right now.
You know what I loved about that is that was the first play that you really saw. I always think there's a lot of times when they talk about offensive tackles, arm length being an issue. And man, if you watch anything, watch Robert Quinn with his hands and his arms and how good he is at making sure that guys don't get like a full block on him. And when he hit that corner and dipped that shoulder, you knew instantly. The second you saw him take like a step and a half around, you knew what was going to happen. It's incredible to watch him when he is like this. It's amazing.
He looked like a surfer in the wave. He's
Yeah.
bend is
That's
so
a good call.
It's so
Lean in the cube.
I scouted this guy and I just loved him. And then when we signed him, I'm like, this is unfucking believable. They're gonna kill people. And then he was hurt. That is our producer, Cherie.
Did Mr. Hill change his name?
Hello, People's Champ Garage.
She is single. So People's Champ, maybe
Meet her
you'll
in
be
the-
out there.
Meet her in the North.
Well, wait,
tailgate.
show her your
Beatles
bank
Cherie.
account first, and then maybe she'll let you know if she's still in.
Better have 6 digits in it for sure.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Nope.
I got your back. You know what?
Robert Quinn.
Troll Patrol.
Robert Quinn. Did you say it?
No, he did not.
Thank you. He still doesn't get the game.
I said Robert
Carl.
Quinn is my bear up.
Okay.
Not to end it.
Well, now
You have to go back. See?
You know,
We
the
started
weed's wearing
with
off.
it.
The weed's wearing off. You know, I haven't been able to.
Let's throw curls. That's what Jackal's throwing out right there. Curls. Go ahead and say it.
Robert Quinn is my bear up.
There you go. Robert Quinn, bear up for Chris Jackal. Cherie. We end on the beautiful Cherie from Washington,
thanks, guys.
D.C. area.
Chicago born and bred, though.
Chicago born
I just
and
worked
bred.
here.
South side, right?
Yes.
Just like
Go White
in the
Sox.
South Lawn. Am I right? Or did I fuck it up again?
You got it right.
I got
You
it
got
right.
it.
It only took me 3 times. There we go. Cherie, your bear up.
So I will say I'm surprised at how much love the offense got on this segment. That doesn't happen that often. And per Zito's request, I will give an honorary mention to Bill Lazor because he does
There you
deserve
go.
credit. This Nagy wouldn't give it to him. He does deserve the credit for the O-line functioning. My bear up is my guy, Alec Ogletree.
Yes. Nice.
There you go.
He didn't get the sack that I predicted, but he still showed out. He was where he needed to be. Yes. So
There you go.
that is my guy.
That's your guy. So you have
like
to
that.
say it.
Alec Ogletree, you are my bear up.
Alec Ogletree makes a momentum changing save of a touchdown when he gets in the way, puts his hand, bats
Trevathan's
that
not
ball.
doing that.
Cars,
Trevathan
thank
in
you,
the way.
Cars.
He won't even
There
be in
is
play.
no
Yeah,
way.
he
Definitely lost his job.
This guy, this is another thing we got to watch. As Danny comes back, you as a head coach are a pussy. Let's just call it what it is. You're afraid of the player.
Tell us what you really think.
I don't think he's coming back this year.
If he does, he is back at practice because he said that. He's in the window. In the window. Remember that?
Oh, God.
So if they do that shit, you'll see another fucking crazy rant from me because you just don't do that. It's clear. Alec Ogletree, thank you to Robert Quinn, who's playing great football. If it wasn't for Robert Quinn, there is no Alec Ogletree. Think about that. It came off of a whim. Like, he came to visit and watch his sister run in the Olympics. And then he's like, hey, man, why don't you come play with us, man? Yeah, talk to Nagy. No, let me dial up Ryan Pace right now. Pace, I got my boy. They put him on the phone. Hey, yeah, want to come down and try out? He had already tried out one time before Pace passed. How do you fucking pass on that? But now he's there. I love it, Cherie, because you're 100% right. This guy's playing great football. Great football. And just one of those games in football, I don't give a shit any given Sunday. Even fucking the stripper with the coach down in Jacksonville.
The
I
stripper.
don't think she was a stripper. She was an agent.
Wasn't a
This college
stripper.
girl, man.
No. If you saw the other
Wasn't a
videos,
strip- I haven't seen the video yet.
That was a puppet. He was literally like trying to get the hand up there to control her mouth in some of those videos. It was pretty brutal.
It was bad.
Oil.
It wasn't a
I have
stripper.
not seen the
I
video.
haven't seen the video.
I have not. Jackal described it
You'll be embarrassed for him.
Wait, there was one that went around where
yeah,
she,
yeah.
I guess, had Snapchatted people.
Yes.
And said, finally, people got video of him trying to put his finger in my ass.
Yeah.
So,
God.
oh yeah,
Creep show. Creep show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Shit.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's
He kept his job still.
He's still there.
He's very sorry.
did
I don't
keep-
know what else
he
he
did keep
wants.
his job.
Well, look
Oh,
here,
yeah.
he's still
I'm
giving
gonna
back to the
apologize
college
for it.
students, $1 at a time.
He really kept his job after this.
Phil,
It's
what do
the
you
NFL,
want?
man.
He
How
said
many players
he's
are still
sorry.
playing this show?
Very
I
cheap
honestly thought he would be fired by the way the energy of that story was going.
Oh, it's not when or if, it's when. I mean, it
What the
is.
hell did you walk into? The truth.
This is the wrong time to
Came-
start tuning in.
Yeah,
The
he
first thing you
started
heard was finger up
talking
the
about
ass.
finger in the
When he turned the fucking thing.
Listen,
on,
Urban
Urban
Meyer.
Meyer tried to give her the minivan. Okay,
Yeah.
like that's what happened. For those of you who are not familiar with the minivan, and this is a family show, that is 2 in the front and 5 in the back, and that is exactly
I've
what
never
he was
heard that
trying
before,
to
the
do.
Minivan. Ours is on fire. On fire.
Oh,
Just saying.
Cars is on that Joliet shit.
I have been doing 2nd grade math and Common Core all this evening. I have no idea where I'm at.
Common Core.
No
Common
idea
Core,
what
huh?
I'm doing.
Listen, that is Bear Up, Bear Down. Every week, if you're listening on the podcast, on all of the streaming apps, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Prime, we're everywhere. Thanks to
These are-
Steven Johnson, right?
Yes,
Are you going to
sir.
say thanks to me?
No, I said Deezer.
Oh, Deezer.
Deezer.
That's right. Claudio
Still
Hey,
around?
what
still.
about Deezer?
Deezer, is that still around?
Even on Deezer. A young boy struggling on Deezer.
You're welcome, Cameron. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome.
Listen, we're
What happened to
everywhere
Shayne's
you
not
want
here?
to be. Everywhere you want to be. Do you have the Manscaped read before we go ahead to our next segment, which is the bold prediction segment?
Absolutely. Well,
There you
as we all know, autumn is here or almost here. The pumpkins are in the patch, and our friends at Manscaped are here to make sure you don't carve your pants pumpkins when you're grooming, if you know what I'm saying. Make sure you're keeping things fresh this fall with the leaders in male grooming and their brand new 4th generation performance package. Get ready for cuffing season like no other. Ready to take the leap into fall with Manscaped? Join the 2 million men worldwide using Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code KI100. That's 20% off and free shipping when you use the code KI100 at manscaped.com.
Look at you.
Such
True
a pro.
professional.
Perfect.
Such
Well
a
done.
professional.
It's like I
What's
had a
that
decade
like?
in broadcast, but I don't, maybe not. Who knows?
What's it
Yeah.
like being professional in this? I obviously need some work. You can maybe send me some
Take
notes.
some notes here.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks a lot, mini boss or mini
Yeah.
van.
Exactly. Here's the tip. Don't ever
Boys.
talk about the minivan. Don't ever.
it's my favorite thing, like to do that to people and just see the shocked look on
Wait, you want to
everybody's
give
face.
people the minivan?
It is totally glorious.
Real quick.
Not
Get you back on track. Our next segment as we move through the show. If you're just tuning in, Eric Kramer had a family thing pop up, so he's got to move the minivan to next week's show. The next week's show with David Kaplan next Wednesday night after Raiders Bears. So we'll be breaking down, getting you prepared. As Sammy the Bull will be preparing the tailgate party.
Yes.
TTNL's meet and greet next October, what is it? 17th.
17th, yeah.
17th will be live at Soldier Field. Eric Kramer and David Kaplan will be live next week on Keeping It 100. You can keep that in your back pocket. This next segment is brought to you by our new sponsors, Bet BetUS. BetUS.com. Real quick, BetUS. Bet with the 3-decade leader, BetUS. Join now for 125% bonus or even a 200% bonus. With the crypto, use promo code ShyCity. That's CHICITY 125 or ShyCity 200. Bet sports, casinos, horses, pop culture, and more at betus.com. You bet, you win, you get paid. You bet US.
I mean, if I'm going to root for a team, I want to give it all I
Next
got.
play. Pass. 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 Pass.
There was no rhyme or reason.
Drove down the field. Mr. Montgomery breaks a huge run. If he scores on the run, you don't got to worry. But you do got to worry because he gets tackled at the freaking 15.
There was no rhyme or
Next play. Shotgun.
The tape never lies.
Bold prediction. What's your prediction? What's your prediction? The old line is playing shitty. What's the skinny? No identity. If Nagy can't find it, Bears will keep it with the enemy. Red zone opportunity. Once again, they gotta settle for 3. The reality of coaching when the defense has to carry the team. Prediction. What you think would happen versus what does. A light year from the Super Bowl and now we're losing buzz. Nagy has no answers, just predictions that don't change. The segment is the truth. Give it by the guys and feeling shame. What's your prediction? That bold prediction.
The tape never lies.
Bold
Never
prediction.
does.
What's your prediction?
There it is. Bold prediction. Another Draft Dr. Phil TTNL original song. Meanwhile, we got breaking news. Let's see. One of our producers just sent
Ryan
this.
Pace had seen enough, and we need to get our starting quarterback on the field. Let's see him run with the ones. I think that, against Cleveland, and if you ever check out the Tape Never Lies Network,
look at this guy.
Which is actually, I think we're airing against them right now. But Draft Dr. Phil has a great breakdown of what happened in that Cleveland game. That's awesome. A lot of playing scared in Cleveland. They opened up the playbook a little bit
what
more
I'm talking about.
against
Class.
the Detroit Lions. Now, obviously,
Adam
Justin
Rank,
was taking some shots down
amazing.
the field. But now it feels like they're fully invested in this kid. They're going to let him go out there and do his thing, which is what they probably should have done all along. I will still contend that if he was the starting quarterback there in Inglewood, California, in
agree.
a canopy, it's not a dome stadium, it's a canopy, that perhaps things would have been a little bit different. I think they go down and score a touchdown right after the huge kickoff return. Who knows how things could have been different, but it doesn't matter right now. And it doesn't matter. Like, honestly, I know a lot of people are talking about this, and,
Well, there you go. Adam Rank, thank you. I can't read who sent that to us.
His hat game is strong too.
Alex sent it in. Shayne
Alex
and I were-
Acevedo.
Yeah, it's in the fold in the back too. We saved it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Adam Rank. Follow Adam Rank on YouTube and all
Future
the
guest
social
on
media.
1-0.
What's that?
Nothing.
No, I didn't. Okay. I messed that up because I didn't see it in the other area. Okay, my bad. Here we go. Adam Rank, thank you again for the shout out to our network. Me, the whole 9 means a lot. We were just venting about that kind of stuff. Anyway, bold predictions. I'm going to do the same thing. We're just going to move Cherie over here, put Claudio over there because he's fucking terrible with his cut it out segment. I'm going to go across the top, then down to Sammy, me, Jackal, and then we'll end with our guy, Matthew Carstensen. Cherie, the lady of the night, your prediction and your bold prediction for this Sunday's game.
Oh man, you making me go first. I'm about to rain on everybody's parade.
No, the truth shall set you free, Matthew Nagy.
Come on, girl.
Do you want another episode of Cars? I mean, Claudio's cut it out.
Situation. You know, it reminds me of a coach. He calls plays. That's all there is. It's plays, and it can't be plays. There's a system. Everything has a reason for running it, and you change it up. I was looking at Green Bay run that.
There you go. Change
Nobody
it up.
wants Cars. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody
Love
wants
you,
it.
Cars.
one
My
step
dad
in
was
for sure.
calling out Nagy. That was what last year, Bears Hour Live. Stop calling plays. There you go, Cherie. Keep it 100, Cherie. Don't worry about a parade.
I know. I know, the Raiders were exposed this week, everybody, especially on prime time. So we saw how you can beat them. But they were also playing the Chargers. I just think that the Raiders are going to come out with the W. It's going to be close. I think the Raiders will get the W. So my score pick is 21-17 Raiders.
21-7.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
McLovin coming in.
What?
McLovin coming in hot. 21-17 Raiders.
Ooh.
They've changed. Are they the most moved organization, Cars?
Them or
I would say the Rams.
Arizona.
Them or Arizona.
Because they move. What were they? They were the.
So they were LA, Oakland, Vegas.
LA,
Oh,
Oakland,
yeah.
LA, Oakland, Vegas. Five moves.
Arizona's in there, right? Because they were
St. Louis, Chicago. Arizona,
it's only
Phoenix.
three.
They got 4.
And LA has done. The Rams have done what? LA to St. Louis to back to LA, so 3. So yeah, I think it's the Raiders.
There it is. The Raiders. You heard it here first. Way before PFF gave you those rankings. The Raiders are the most moved around, no matter what time of day or where the sun shines. The Raiders have moved. Steven Johnson, your prediction.
I didn't get my bold prediction.
My bad.
Man.
Call me out.
He got so upset
Phil,
over that final score.
You not know how this works, Phil?
I know y'all
What's
want
wrong
on.
with you?
I'll
I
take
know y'all
it.
want to ban me since I picked the Raiders, but I'm still gonna predict that our defense does their job and hold Carr to under 200 yards. 200 is my favorite number, apparently, so I'm sticking with it.
She's calling the defense will keep the Raiders under 200 yards.
Passing.
Right.
I gotta write this down.
Passing.
Carr.
Jackal's keeping track of this.
It'll be in the timestamp notes, so
There
everybody
we
can see
go.
what we put.
Jackal, timestamp champ.
Hey,
Put
doing
that
something.
on his t-shirt. Timestamp champ.
Blunt rolling,
First class for
timestamp
Nicola.
champ.
I don't give a fuck that he smokes weed. They all smoke weed.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, the classic coming back. That is the classic. Steven Johnson. Where we at, son? Where we at?
I'm confident heading into this one. I think that there's been some Carr has been pretty damn good through 4 weeks. He's gotten things rolling. He's finally getting some recognition after kind of flying under the radar as a starting quarterback in the NFL here the last couple years. But I believe the Bears are on the right track, and I think that they're going to keep things moving on the right track. There were some certain pieces to the puzzle that were exposed to what really gets the Raiders moving. Yeah, the deep ball does concern me with the way that the safeties have been playing, especially with Henry Ruggs, who can burn just about anybody in the league. Continues to have some of the best separation against secondary in the league overall. However, I'm going to go 27-21 Bears in this one. I think that they're going to get things figured out even further. I don't think there's much concern on the defensive side of the ball that the Bears really need to be worried about in this one. It's not much outside of Crosby on the line for the Raiders, and their secondary is beaten up right now. So it's a matter of just taking advantage of what's out there. As for the bold prediction, I'm saying Damian Williams goes for 125 on the ground and an extra 50 through the air. I think he's going to have a huge game. You saw
$1.25.
You saw how Austin Eckler tore apart the Raiders on Monday night. This is not a good run defense in I almost said Oakland, Las Vegas. And I believe this is going to be the Damian Williams game to really get things moving. There's going to be a lot of doubters over what this run game is going to be until Montgomery gets back. But I think that Williams is going to put those concerns aside against a porous run defense.
There you go.
Like it.
125. Look at that.
125, yeah.
Damian Williams.
One up statistics
Taking his
right
shot.
there.
He's taking his shot. That's from the One Up Show. You can check out Steven Johnson and our guy Chris Jackal Tuesday nights here on TTNL, as well as Shy City's YouTube, all the socials, doing their fantasy show. We also do fantasy football with these two gentlemen, having them on tonight together. It's like 2 nights in a row. Look at this.
You're more time with him than I am my wife. I mean, Jesus.
At least you're not reading any books. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
What was your score, Steven, by the way? I missed it. What was your score?
27-21.
Thank you.
27-21. You guys in the chat, as well as you monsters and the Troll Patrol tomorrow morning, you guys should also play. Jump in there. Give us your prediction. I'll put some of them up. Jackal will put some up. Claudio. Put your money with it. Everybody's an expert. Everyone wants a podcast. Everyone thinks they could break down film, Coach T. Not everyone could do it. I'll just keep it 100. Claudio.
Yeah, listen, I'm back to being optimistic, man. You know, that last week, the defense has been playing great. Justin Fields, obviously, the offense is clicking with Laser. I think this team is going to rally around Fields now that he's officially the number one. So I think we're going to get another W, man, 28-20. And I think my bold prediction is going to be Khalil Herbert gets a touchdow, his first rushing touchdown.
A rookie rushing touchdown for Khalil Herbert.
I agree with you, Steve. I think we will run on them. But I think Khalil Herbert's going to be used a lot more than,
Well, let's talk about this real quick. Obviously, real quick. Where's that drop, Jackal? Never prepared.
I'm typing fucking notes.
Okay, why can't you read his mind, Jackal?
Real quick. You gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared.
I was prepared with that hope drop.
Listen, Jakeem. I just lost Grant. Thank you. Yeah. Jakeem Grant, you traded. I love this kid coming out of Texas Tech in that draft cars. What he could do in the slot, too. You haven't seen this kind of elusiveness. This guy's a competitor. I remember the game we went down and got fucked with Trey Burton's unbelievable, terrible pick call. Remember that game?
Oh, yeah.
And the Dolphins came back and the ref took out the whole momentum. Well, this kid was a big part of that game. He's a great punt returner, obviously, but I really believe he offers a lot. And that they traded for him, obviously, with all these people that were asking me today. I just didn't want to keep repeating it. So I'll say this. They got rid of Steven Johnson's bear down because he was – I love the guy. I thought he was excellent on coverage team, like running down and tackling and playing, but he was terrible in going under it and just saving valuable yards. And that's Nahimbi. What was his last name? Webster. Thank you. So Webster's gone. They trade for this kid because he's going to be the kickoff returner. Herbert is going to be what Claudio's talking about. More carries for him and rotating with Damian Williams, who was banged up, limping on Sunday. We haven't gotten an update from Nagy per se. Will we ever? Probably not. The advantage and all that shit. But that's why they made this trade, which I like the move. And I think Grant offers a lot more than just a kick returner and punt returner, although those two things are huge for the Bears going forward, especially with a rookie quarterback. You can't be letting balls roll down to the 5 and it's 95 yards, 92. Get under there. Even Tariq Cohen was the fucking worst. He would drive me nuts. 40 yards, run the fuck up there, wave your hand, no one can hit you, and make a fair catch. That's your job. Don't ever, you stand your fucking, if they're inside their end zone cars, you stand on the 40-yard line of your 40 and you stand there. If it's going over your head, guess what? You back the fuck up and catch it.
You can do that?
Yes. And you know what?
Whoa.
If it's going in front of you, the odds are this oblong ball that is the greatest game in the world will bounce negatively towards the Bears. So you got to do your very fucking best. And it's not a coincidence that we had the best to ever do it in Devin Hester. And we, oh, by the way, went to the Super Bowl because he was getting those hidden yards where your offense struggling. So when you have a rookie quarterback and you have your identity out, those hidden yards are going to be very important. There's my mini
field position.
Rant.
Yeah. You gotta get better field position. It's gonna be that type of game.
Yeah, exactly. And then, especially against this motherfucker in Green Bay, who could just fucking float like a fairy to the right and come over here with the bee's nest over here, and he's getting a flag. Anything he touches turns to yellow. So he has magic powers. He's like the fairy godmother out there. I've never seen anything like. You touch him the wrong way, he's getting a flag, and that's Aaron Rodgers. So
make eye contact with him.
You gotta be able to save those hidden yards and help your youngster going up against him too. So this is really setting itself up. Interesting matchup leading up to the rivalry.
Yeah, Chris
Jackal.
Statement game for the Bears. I think, playing Detroit's Detroit, right? I'm thinking, I think the Bears are going to come out and hang a number on these Vegas Raiders, 31-17.
Wow.
I think Cole Kmet is going to have 6 catches, maybe 75 yards, but 2 tutters.
2 tutters. Cole Kmet, Cherie.
Yep. That means he'll catch the first one for Justin Fields ever at that point. Yeah.
He needs one.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at you.
I like it.
He has not. Has he thrown his first touchdown pass?
No.
Yeah, I was thinking that. All right. I don't know why I was like.
Should have if fucking Allen Robinson caught.
Remember if Allen caught that?
He cut the other way.
Was his agent tweeting out then?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Where did he go? He disappeared. Then.
I wonder if there was a reason for only 3 targets. Maybe you catch that ball in the end zone, you catch an extra target, right? I mean, hey,
how about help out a rookie, man?
I'm an idiot. If I had $1 million, I guess, Mr. Robinson. But
if I had $1 million, Mr. Robinson.
That's why they're called bold predictions, right, Phil?
Listen, I really do like Allen Robinson. I don't like what I'm seeing. And I don't like the fact that Mike Furry and Nagy are allowing that shit. Like, okay, fuck. You couldn't handle Anthony Miller and the uppercut crew of Anthony Miller and Javon Wims. You want them to handle this guy who's a proven veteran? No, you got to hold everybody accountable. The only guy I think that could get a pass, well, 2 guys, Montgomery and Mack. Those are the 2 guys that I think you don't even have to worry about them. They're going to hold themselves so accountable. That's the disappointment. Anyway, I'm going on another. Did you have a big, bold prediction, Chris?
You just did it.
I just did.
What was the other? Oh, Justin Fields.
Komet with
2
touchdowns.
That's pretty bold considering,
that is big time. Bold. Is that also Justin Fields' first touchdown to Komet? That's double bold.
Do it.
Double bold.
Do it.
Just go for it.
Do it. So it's going to be
you
the
only
first
live once,
one.
bro. Just fucking do it.
That's right.
There you go.
Edwin will love you.
That's right. Love you too, Edwin.
Listen,
Brags.
Now that we know Bill Lazor's calling plays, or do we?
He's in the process.
It still goes through Nagy.
It all goes through me. Tell you right now. when I was calling plays, it went through me. That is the best line.
What are you talking
if you
about,
think
Nagy?
about it. When I was driving, it all went through me. When I was driving, no shit.
That coffee went right through me. That totally right through me right away.
Matt Nagy. Oh my God. If Bill Lazor's calling plays, this is a key. I'm scared here. I'm going to keep it 100. You're going to Vegas.
I'm with you.
Got some questions here. Your center continues to struggle. Now you got Damian Williams, who looked good in some runs. He really did. I'm going to show you that tomorrow night. Damian's hitting the hole. Khalil Herbert's a big. I'm excited about Khalil Herbert. So those types of things, but the identity's not there. Jimmy Graham could give two fucks about the blocking anyone, and those kind of, and Allen Robinson. So I mean, come on, man. I wish I had my guy Alex Acevedo here to do a little John Gruden impression. He's very good at it. I can't do it that well. Give me the Doritos, man. No, man, let's run some power game, man. Anyway, Gruden to me they have an advantage because they're home. Justin's second start. I'm going to go 24-21 Raiders. Oof. But my bold prediction is Justin Fields throws his first touchdown pass in the first quarter to none other than Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney opens. That'll be a trivia contest as we finally get our franchise quarterback with a new head coach next year. That number one receiver, he will start to become. He took that first step last week against the Detroit Lions. Darnell Mooney is something special. So that's my bold prediction. Justin Fields, 24-21. Close game. The Bears defense plays their asses off. Too many missed opportunities, I believe. On the road. I just got to go. Hopefully, I've been wrong these past, and every time I bet they win. So that's kind of attached to this, keeping it 100. Sammy, what do you got?
Well, I wore my fear of God hat for a reason, more or less to say fuck Nagy or fuck Nagy and his playbook. So hopefully he won't even be touching it. And we have Laser out there doing the right thing, playing the right personnel. It's going to be a tough fight, boys. I know it is. It's going to be a tough game. We know that the Raiders didn't look good. They look bad, just like Cherie said. But I still feel the Bears are going to pull this one out, and it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be smash mouth, old school football like I like. 17-14 Bears.
Whoa, there it is. The old school Bears coming back. 17-14. They never can make it easy for us.
No.
So it's going to come down to a Cairo Santos field
And that
goal.
was my bold prediction. Is going to be
go.
going down to Santos kicking the game-winning field goal.
Right. Can that guy get some fucking love? How
He's
about
gotta
that?
Get some love.
How many straight?
He needs a bear
35.
He needs a bear up.
35
He was getting love in the
field
chat.
goals. I don't want to fucking get a jinx out there, but that is impressive, especially in Chicago. You know, the love for Eddie, what's his name? Robbie Gold.
Robbie Gold.
It went, and
Gold?
then it came back once we started struggling again. But as Cars told the story, don't forget, this dude was fucking missing chipper shots. His head wasn't in the game. It was like he got reinvented himself when he got cut and became the Robbie Gold that everybody knew. Cairo Santos is doing something that is so very impressive, and kickers matter, and they win game. We all know. So don't be that asshole running your mouth about a fucking kicker when you've lived the Cody Parkey saga.
Who, by the way, is back in the NFL this week.
Come on.
I don't know how that guy still got a job.
New Orleans, I think, is where it is.
Is he really?
God, we got Michael Burton and Cody Parkey. Look at that.
Wow. Double.
Yeah, so he signed a deal with the New Orleans Saints. So
he's got no win.
The overrated Sean Payton strikes again. That's
wow. Nope. I wouldn't touch him. Cody Parkey. Whew. Mr. Cars Cars Keys at Bears Nerd. The
So-
man.
The more myth than legend too. Let's be sure. Look, I'm gonna kind of
say the variables. That's part.
What are the variables, Cars? What are the variables?
The why.
Well, I was going to do a couple of quick things. One, with Colton Miller out, Alex Leatherwood has looked like shit. Their tackles are a big problem for them this week, especially when you look at the heavy rotation that we've got.
Revenge game for Mac.
Absolutely.
Mario Edwards.
I mean, it's big in there. And if you look at kind of to Steven's earlier point, the only team they've defended the run against was the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have trotted out a corpse of Ben Roethlisberger and an offensive line that would be able to block for your field or your flag football team.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're giving up basically $150 every game. Defensively, they're tore up. They're injured. It was weird last year. There were all these reports that Gruden was losing the team at different points, and then they came back. I feel like, once again, this isn't going to be the UK all over again. So I'm predicting that the Bears are going to win. I am predicting that it's going to be a shootout. I have us winning 36-33.
Ooh, yeah.
My bold prediction, I'm actually going to say that Khalil Herbert and Damian Williams both rush for over 65 yards apiece. I feel like they're going to kind of committee this thing a little bit more. So that's where I'm looking. I do also think that Justin Fields gets 2 air touchdowns this week because they are so terrible, as multiple people have pointed out in the chat. Oakland's red zone defense is the exact opposite of what we saw our red zone defense do last week.
Right.
They are abysmal. So I have us winning. I have it closer than I want, and it's going to be a 2-point conversion after the last touchdown that will
Oh my God, Carl! I gotta deal with Dave Wanstead throwing that fucking flare route to who was that running back? Is it Edgar Bennett? He tried to throw.
Oh God,
Edgar Bennett! Holy wow!
Remember that game? He went for 2. I'm like, tie the game up, please. Go into overtime.
I have so many nightmares about the Dave Wanstead era because it came in so hyped, right? Like we outbid the New York Giants for him, right?
The Giants.
This was gonna be it, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the hell is this?
What is this?
The John Theory pick is still one of the worst in franchise history.
R.I.P. John Theory, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Poor guy. I got to meet him in Cleveland. He ended up playing for the Browns. I met him. Anyway, yeah, Dave Wanstead era. Oof. When we have Zorich and Dante Jones, they can speak on that a little bit better than anybody. So
I have a question.
Yes.
I heard it when we played the Bengals. Everybody kept saying this was Dalton's revenge game, but Dalton played the Bengals last year when he was on the Cowboys. He was the actual starter. This year, again, we're saying Mac, this is a revenge game for Mac, but we played them last year. How long is it a revenge game against your, how many seasons is it a revenge game against your old team?
You put out that dominant performance that utterly just says F you. And this one is a little different because when they did play them last year, they were in England, right? So it wasn't
that was the year before.
Yeah. Well, that's right. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago, and they got fucking
walloped.
I'm talking.
They got that offensive line
like
beat
Cleveland.
the shit.
Yeah. They
Walloped.
injured Akeem Hicks. They've taken cheap shots with what's his name? What the fuck?
Richie Incognito.
Richie Incognito.
That's right.
They were attacking. They get Eddie Goldman's kneecaps.
Stand up guy.
All this
They don't
shit
have
was
that
going
line
down.
anymore.
Yeah, so
That was
I'm with
Incognito's
Cars.
line.
That's a great question, Sheree. Seriously, but I'm with
I
Cars.
hear it so much, and it's like, okay, so for how many years is
at
that
Oakland
game?
in front of his fans that loved him? I think that's a more setting.
Yeah.
Think about it. You're in England, fucking There's fans
Raiders
wearing
fans
fucking
can't go
Chiefs fans,
to the UK.
Chief shirts. There's fans wearing Ram shirts, Chargers shirts. They weren't fucking cheering everybody for the even though there was a huge Bearlissimo and Greg Bragg talking about how many Bears fans. There's still it wasn't. This is us versus you in your fucking Darth Vader fucking stadium, the fucking Death Star in the fucking desert.
Amazing.
We're going
That
against you.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I'm think
excited.
It's legit. And what else do they do in Vegas? They box. They make the rematch. Isn't Dante Wilder
This
versus
weekend.
That's Saturday. Yeah,
Saturday.
Fury, that's
So
right.
you always got to put that thing
yeah.
together like that. So I think it is a revenge game. Well, we said it all. Did you do your boldest prediction? And I totally whiffed
I
on my
did.
head.
2
Yes, I
TDs.
apologize. What was it again for me?
That both running backs, Herbert and Williams, will both have over 65 yards of rushing.
So they're going to attack the ground game.
Absolutely. It's going to be the same playbook that you're going to see against Detroit. A lot of what you saw this past week is exactly what you do
I
against
pray
Oakland.
that. Lose fighting like that if you're going to lose. Win playing like that. And I'm with Cherie. I want to see more Jesse James, less Jimmy Graham. I'm going to give Cole Kmet an opportunity to redeem himself. Have some fucking redemption.
Throw a tight end screen to somebody. Get them involved. Get them moving. Just like everybody. Like, let's...
I got to...
You got to go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're good.
No, I wanted to eat some crow here, somewhat. I got to give props to my guy, JP Holtz, who has gone out there. Claudio's connection sucks more than his fucking cut it out segment did.
He used those big scissors to cut his Wi-Fi cord.
He's popped in and out of here. He's living first class life.
He's like Urban Meyer's fingers.
Baby. He's like Urban Meyer's fingers. There you go. In and out, Christopher Jack. I see what you did there. Good one. Hopefully Caden clips that next week. But yeah, Jimmy Graham, he's gotta play better and give more. He's another Allen Robinson. Like, if it's coming to me, there's one play he's booting and the linebacker's running with him, and instead of like sprinting to like beat the linebacker, he's content. Let's walk together. Let's not help the rookie. The rookie's scrambling. Get out there, help the fucking kid. You'll see. It's sad. This is a guy they kept. They should have kept or restructured Kyle Fuller. Think we'd be fucking better than.
Don't even go me with Don't even go there.
Instead of Jimmy Graham. I'm glad they cut Leno. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, but that. Anyway, that's it. This week, a couple business things. X's with the O's will be Saturday live. X's with the O's. We break down with the tape live. Bearlissimo, the executive producer, pulls up the tape. We go through it. We break it down. Sometimes we have guests. If you didn't get to see Austin Carter Samuels breaking down the flaws of Matt Nagy versus Cleveland and the negligence and everything that he did to his quarterback, only to have finally Bill Lazor take over, and you obviously saw a different quarterback. We broke that down live. It was tremendous. That's what we do there. X's with the O, Saturday. Subscribe. Get over there at www.thetapeneverlies.com. $7 a month. You get so much analysis. You get so much of some of those minivans. You get everything.
I've had a great run on this show. When I'm kicked off, I completely understand. I really appreciate my time with everybody. But that's if I'm going off like MJ, and that's my shot.
I love the minivan. I've never heard that before, but I'm feeling it. Then on every Monday on the network, we got the Christopher Zorich, former Chicago Bear, 3-time college All-American at Notre Dame, you Notre Dame fans, and the College Football Hall of Famer. It's the Super 16 Poll Show with Chris Zorich.
The Super 16 Poll Show with Chris Zorich.
So the Super 16 poll was created in 2013 by the Football Writers Association of America and the National Football Foundation. Those are the guys that put together the College Football Hall of Fame. So I've had a chance to do a lot of events with them, and this is one of the events. So they've allowed me this year to partake in the poll show. So we decided to kind of create something a little different. I'm going to be keeping it 100 to give you full transparency on why I'm picking who I picked. But there's so much that goes into two teams playing.
So if you're just tuning in, this guy loves the game. He leaves bias at the door, and he's, obviously Notre Dame's beating in his heart, but he's going to keep it 100.
The Super 16 Poll Show.
Who will be number one? Every Monday night, exclusively on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Shout out Tape Never Lies. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. From the fans in the stands to the follows on the gram. Thanks for your support, showing love in the DM. We stay Spencer strong, fight together till the end. Now it's time to shout out worldwide friends and fam. Like
the network that keeps it real, 100 crew. So many in the world that I gotta show love to. For some this part, signal show is at its end. But for me it's so important to thank the charter members and the fans. Build the network, speak the truth through the tape. Never run around the truth, no narratives we create. Set them straight, no bubble screen on 4th and 8. Claudio, Shayne getting nervous cause keeping them up too late. That's it, no more to say they get the shot of vital. But hurry up cause the postman's getting homicidal.
Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holla at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too.
The network that keeps it real. Spencer Strong.
That's right. Spencer Strong. Each and every week, this show is more than just football. It's more than just the Bears. We say it all the time. It's family. And if you're dealing with something, my DMs on Instagram are open, on Facebook as well. You always can reach out anytime. No one bothers me. If you're at 3:43 in the morning, I'll probably hit you up when I wake up. Just keeping it a buck with you. I'm just keeping it real. But I'll always hit you back. Smash that like button.
Smash it.
Let everybody know. Be a friend, Jackal. And do
Be a
what?
friend and tell a friend. Let's roll.
That's right. Well, you got to be able to do that if you're going to be a part of this family. Shout out the truth. Let other people know about this show, about the family, and about the tailgate. We'll be there live in almost under 2 weeks time.
Yeah, under
it's
2
going
weeks
by
already.
so quick.
Week from Sunday.
It's quick, man. We're
Listen,
getting ready.
Shout out to everybody
Zach
that was in
Bellingham.
the chat tonight.
Yeah.
My shout out goes to deputy I work with, Zach Bellingham, who was shot in the line of duty last Friday night. He's going to make it, which is great news, but it's going to be a long road back. Number 154 strong. Richard Gordon, thank you for sharing that. If you're listening on the podcast, will always try to read these comments. I always forget sometimes that you guys are listening in, tuning in, thousands of you all around the world. We can't thank you guys enough. Obviously, tonight with the news, if you're just tuning in now, I don't know where you've been, but it happens. Shayne Marsaw took the night off to be with his son, Riley, who asked his dad, can you just hang out with me tonight? He had a rough day. Prayers up to the Marsaws, as well as our guys, Ryan Cox and the whole Cox family, and Spencer Strong, who had a great MRI. And Shayne, I know I dropped the ball because whatever terminology I used last week, Cars, he's not cancer free, but there's no growth of cancer getting worse. So that's where Spencer is. So continue to throw those prayers up. And if you have anybody you want, share it in the chat. We'll throw it up there. That's what this is about. This is about thanking everyone. Cherie, your shout out.
Well, my first shout out is gonna go to my uncle. Today is his birthday, and
Happy birthday,
Uncle.
Uncle. Uncle. What's his name?
My Uncle Kevin.
Uncle Kev.
Uncle Kevin.
Nice.
Nickname Bernie.
Uncle Bernie.
Bernie Mac
Bernie.
over there. These
Weekend
little
at Bernie's.
kids.
Bernie.
Shout out to him. Shout out to you guys. Of course, Shayne, send you my love to you and Riley, and same for you, Ryan and Spencer. And I hope Tate is feeling better. I know I hadn't reached out to you, Phil, but
Tate is Tate is doing great.
Taste back?
The taste is back tonight.
Did
After
that trick work? The blood orange
trick,
or
I
whatever?
believe, works, guys. So
Did you get him his fillet of fish or whatever?
that's what he had tonight, Cars, after football.
Get out.
At the end of every practice, I do ice cream pass, and I make these little kids go like 50 yards, and I drop a bomb on them. If they catch it, the whole team, I got to buy. This ice cream truck is always in the parking lot. I'm going to buy everyone ice cream. So Tate, the kids, I let them choose who they want, like their bet. So tonight I threw it, right? First kid went. It looked like he had a perfect beat on it, and he jumped. He
pulled the Allen Robinson.
He jumped, and it went right down. And everyone's like, oh. So then it's Tate's up. And he's back. He's back at school, everything.
That's
so
awesome.
I throw it, right? This ball was beautiful, Steven. It's like dropped it right. The lights are on. Everyone's watching. All the
cameras are there.
Comes right into his hands. I think he's gonna catch it. I'm like, fuck, I gotta buy all these kids. He drops it right. First thing, he pulls a freaking Allen, a Josh Bellamy. That was a terrible pass, Dad.
Oh
terrible.
yeah, there it is.
So we're getting a McDonald's. I'm like, I'll get you ice cream at McDonald's. So sure enough, he gets the fillet of fish. And
the ice cream machine was working?
The ice cream machine was fucking
The FBI is looking into that.
We need to find out which McDonald's that is.
They are.
Yeah, because they got chocolate shakes. They didn't want the sundae. So they went upgraded. So anyway, it was a good night. And his first bite, he's like, this tastes. And there's this pause, and my wife turns him, it tastes bad again? Does it taste? It tastes great. It's back.
Awesome.
So we're like, yeah. So the burnt orange. So I took it, I threw it on the grill, burned the shit out. I kept spinning it with tongs, and it got all black. Then you open it, peel it, it falls apart. It's crazy. And then you throw brown sugar and you mush it like guacamole. And then you make the kid eat it. And sure enough, it's worked. So anybody struggling with taste buds, that's the little Jamaican trick. It's a Jamaican remedy. We had started. I was singing. Who was I singing earlier? Shabba Runks. Now more Jamaican remedies. Is Uncle Kev Jamaican? That would make my night. No,
we're pretty. I actually want to do the 23andMe stuff, but immediate family. We're all.
I gotta do it. I gotta do the 23andMe.
You might find a sibling. It's crazy the way that works out. Just be careful. Be careful.
Ours is a witness of that.
That's funny.
All right.
But also, I did want to. I see our producer was in the chat. So want to shout out his mom.
Stealing my shout out, but
Sorry.
yes. No, that's fine. Shout out to my mama for being super strong after her surgery. Pray the pain goes away. Amen. That's our guy, Cool Kennedy, the super producer. We're actually, this is family, man. His mom is a big fan, and Gigi, I'm thinking of you. My family is. I've never had the pleasure of meeting her, but definitely send those positive prayers to Cool Kennedy's mom, Gigi, who went through major surgery, still has some road to go. So the positivity has to continue. My mom, Trent Emery, who was on BHL this past week.
Yes, he
Jackal picking some good guests. My mom is coming here tomorrow for her birthday. She had a rare terminal illness, but is doing well and is a warrior. Can't wait to see her. We will wish your mom a happy birthday, Trent Emery. And make sure you show her your appearance. Give her our best. I don't know her. My mom's birthday just passed. 81 years old. So let me know how old your mom is. Yes, Mrs. O. Behind every great man, there's an even better woman, is what my dad would say. And he's right. That's my wife, Stephanie, for me. Anyway.
Some of us husbands set the bar really low for that.
I'm with you.
Like, let's just be real. Let's be
really
real.
bad, actually.
Steven Johnson, what do you got? Who are you shouting out?
Oh man, I got to shout out a group of people. An unfortunate event.
Are you pulling a Claudio for a second there?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not. Jacqueline and I talked about this a little bit at the end of last week's show, but the fantasy football community came together in a very, very, very big way to support the family of Mike Tagliere. Passed away 39 years old of COVID. Was one of Fantasy Pro's biggest contributors, did fantastic work for them, was one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. There's been over $500,000 raised for his family, his little 4-year-old boy, as well as a 16-year-old daughter. But just the way that the entire community has come together to help their family and his wife Tabby through this has been amazing to see. Just all of the support from all over the world with the donations that have been flowing in for them. So again, just shout out to see everyone come back together and help a family in need trying to get through just a complete terrible situation with losing Mike and everything that's been going on with their family here.
That's amazing. Well said, man. All the best to him and his family. Where could people help out? Is it still going on? So
I believe
it's a GoFundMe.
It is.
Go ahead,
Here, let's do that. We'll
get
drop
that,
it into the
get
chat.
that.
It's in the chat. There it goes.
Thank you, Steven.
So yeah, often
you can check it out
often
in the
there.
chat, the live chat. We got a GoFundMe, and there it is, right there. www.gofundme.com/support-the-Tagliere, TAGLIERE-family. If you want to help out, if you're in that giving mood and that spirit, pretty soon, right
Even
after Halloween,
50 cents.
Christmas stuff will be up at Home Depot in about
It's already
7 days.
up, dude.
It's already up in Target.
It's already up.
Help
Fucking
out the
annoys the shit
Tagliere
out of me.
family.
Me too, Jackal.
It's crazy. They're always pushing the next. Let's enjoy the now,
Thank
Coach.
you.
Now,
Thank
stop
you.
asking the why. Let's
They
enjoy
always
the
skip
now.
over Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Is that your favorite holiday?
That's Thanksgiving is one of mine.
What would be real quick before we go to Jackal's shout out? Favorite holiday quickly, Cherie.
Favorite is New Year's Eve.
Whoa, shocker.
Interesting. Big
Steven
party.
Johnson.
Thanksgiving. Only one that's acceptable where you can eat a shit ton of food and fall asleep.
Football.
And football all day.
And football. Jackal.
When my kids get old enough to watch this, I'm going to say Christmas for many different reasons. Since I became a dad, Christmas is a lot of fun. But before that, I love Thanksgiving. Arguing with my family, having too much fun, too much food. It's definitely a good time. So, but Christmas, now that I'm a family man, it's fun around with the little kids.
That's awesome. Sammy the Bull.
I love Thanksgiving as well. It is my favorite, and it used to be, I guess. But Christmas, I'm a Christmas baby, so I get babied by my mama.
Look at you. Born on the 25th?
23rd actually. So whatever. You always get one gift for two birthday and gift anyway.
Double the gifts.
You get double. Yeah, no, not my family. They're too cheap.
Festivus for the rest of us.
I get one gift. Here's a basketball. Birthday and Christmas. Thanks, Auntie.
Bullshit.
Christmas, I would say.
It might shock you, but I'm more of a Christmas fan. I just love the whole, what do you call it? Tradition of like watching A Christmas Story and It's a Wonderful Life with my mom. That's her favorite movie. So we try to watch, and just the energy around family and little kids and the spirit. Finally, some positivity. I love that. So I'm a Christmas guy. Cars.
I'm a Thanksgiving guy. That's the one holiday that all my family actually comes in and we all get together. And with my wife being a nurse, right, she often is working on Christmas. So it's the one that we get to spend all together. We do a crazy big talent show every year. Like it's just a lot of fun. So that's my favorite.
That's awesome. See, you get to learn a little bit about everybody. That's what I try to do. You never know where I'm going to direct this ship, Greg. That's what I say. Anyway, Jackal, shout outs.
Shout outs first and foremost, Riley Strong, Spencer Strong.
Absolutely.
I'm glad Tate's doing well. That's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
I say this every shout out. Thinking about someone, reach out to them, say hello, just check on them. You never know what somebody's going through on the other side of that phone or email or computer. And I just want to shout out my wife and her family. Some of you guys know, but last week I kind of took off in the middle of the show. My wife's great-grandmother, 96, is a badass gangster, living on her own, doing her own thing. We had just had dinner with her. She tried killing a spider, took a tumble, and hurt herself pretty bad. Had to be rushed to the hospital, surgery. She's doing very well. She's going to be hopefully kicking ass in rehab and bouncing out of there soon. Not that kind of rehab, Larenson, but, the kind where they get you better and back on your feet, physically. So,
not the meth lab.
Yeah, not the meth lab clinics.
Good line in the sand to draw there. Yeah.
Shout out to Ava, the 96-year-old G, that I can't wait to see her again back home and have some of her famous pork chops when she's up on her feet, moving around. So those are my shout outs for today. This evening.
Well said. Really appreciate it. Sammy the Bull, the leader of the pack when it comes to the Packers versus Bears. You like how I did that, Steven?
I like that. I like it.
Packers versus Bears, TTNL meet and greet right there at Soldier Field in the South lot.
Hey, you got
South
it right.
Lot.
South lot. Got it. There it is.
The Dirty South will be there. The flags, the music, DJs, Cool Kennedy. Ron G will be the producer that day on scene. You should see some of the tricks he has. The audience will be a part of it. And then Bears Hour Live right after the game. We hustle back to the tailgate area, burger, whatever, food, and bring some food if you or desserts or whatever the fuck you have. Your grandma makes brownies, and Cars loves brownies with extra spice in it, if you know what I mean. Like he loves in his gummies.
Gummies are the key to life right now.
Sammy the Bull, you're setting this all up. Who do you want to shout out?
Shout out, first of all, is Spencer and Riley Strong, of course. I want to shout out my nephew. He just turned 11. It was his birthday on Sunday, so shout out to him. Shout out to the TTNL crew. You guys are getting a hold of me. DM me. Reach out on Twitter at SammyTheBull79. I'll give you guys some info on the Ultimate Tailgate Party coming up. So Shout out to everyone else that's helping myself and the rest of the crew out with this. We're all looking forward to it. And my last shout out is going to go to my friends. They're always bugging me to shout them out. These are my crew that I grew up with. The NRL. It's my the neighborhood Riccio League. One of my good friends, his son was pretty sick, and he caught COVID, and he's 18 months old, like my daughter, and he actually was in the hospital and was on a ventilator. And we just got word last week that he did pull out. So shout out to him. He's in rehab right now, and he's getting himself back and healthy.
That's
and
awesome.
His name is Leo. So shout out to Leo the Lion, man. The kid's a
Shout
fighter,
out.
so shout out to him. And again, back to my NRL crew. Shout out to all my boys I grew up with.
That's awesome, man. TT and all his family, as Kesso Infinite is talking about. There's a mass amount of positivity that lives in this pod. 100. I love it, and I love y'all. Continue to love infinitely. Shout out to my city, Chicago. Again, we've been through too much. Well said.
Yeah.
Well said, Kesso.
He was killing it in the chat all night.
Kesso or Kesso. I do keto sometimes, a little form of keto. Kesso. I'm just keeping it on.
I smoked some weed called keto before, but
good stuff.
There's a lot of protein in that weed. Cars.
It worked.
I have no idea what to say after that.
Now you know how we feel after your fisting.
Oh yeah, no. I've had a great run. I've enjoyed being on the show. Thanks so much. My shout out this week is to my oldest daughter Aubrey, who is. If you can see me and how ridiculous and over the top I am, if you knew that I had a terribly shy and insecure little one who is finally starting to push herself and her boundaries through gymnastics, through piano, through school, and she's finally starting to build up her confidence and get all of this right. And we went and got her ears pierced last week, which was... You have no idea. My girl's in pain. Do not do. And the guy even said, we're at a tattoo parlor, and her eyes are as big as saucers as she's watching these guys. Guy's about to pierce her. Has got a tattoo all over his bald head, and she is like, "What the hell have you signed me up to do?" And she's done all of this. So the little girl who has pushed herself past every limit that she has defined. Continues to make me a very happy poppy every day. So Aubrey is my one and only shout out this week.
Awesome.
Well said.
That's a great shout out. Well said. I joke around with cars a lot, but honestly,
we like each other. We do. We just we can't actually ever say that.
You both just did.
No, that didn't happen. No.
I always say. I can't wait to see Cars and Greg Braggs meet. Hug it out.
Can't. No, let's not.
I got you back.
Oh, that's right. That's why I can't make Sunday. I got a thing at a place.
I got you back, Car.
In a prison shank with someone's name etched in it.
Listen,
Aubrey will make the shank for me. It'll be perfect. I'll be bedazzled and everything.
I gotta shout out, obviously, Riley and Spencer and their families. That's what this is all about. Just an amazing year as we move forward with a new era of football, with a young QB1. All of the people that support this network, in a way, they go beyond the call. I always say it's not fucking hard to hit the like button or share it to some jackass who's talking wrong at the bar. Educate. Check these guys out. Come from a nice place. Before you talk ill of Khalil Mack, why don't you check this out? Before you talk about David Montgomery not seeing holes, why don't you check out the no holes patrol that are blocking for him? Let's look at the real truth. All of you tonight, my boy Shayne Marsaw making that move to be with his son. That is what this is all about. And I respect the shit out of him and his family. I wish them nothing but the best. I want to thank Steven Johnson for jumping on here last minute to take the role of the smartest man, go back and forth, to play the judge and the jury of the Nagy special. If you haven't seen
we didn't hand
that,
down a sentence.
The sentence is already given. It's life. Let's
Life
get
and
rid of this
unemployment.
guy.
without
Fry duty at McDonald's.
The
You'll
fish
put the
fillet
fries up.
guy.
Dude, if I see another one of those fucking ads
Those
around
fucking
town, I'm
commercials,
gonna fucking
man.
rip it off. and
What
damn
was his
build it
agent
myself.
thinking?
Who's
Oh
following
my
him
God.
to the grill?
Trying to get
It's
as much money as he can before he doesn't have any more opportunities.
Before he's
to
back
do something.
doing real estate. Yep.
Every day I pass it at the Now Arena in Hoffman Estates. Every damn day I pass this giant video board and his mug is just smiling. That come work at McDonald's. Get the fuck out of here.
Not for you, you fucking clown.
It should be. I'll be working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My new job is at Mickey D's.
I keep working hard. I'm going to get to be able to actually work the cash register. It'll be great. It'll be great.
I'm on fries now. I'm on.
I get to take the credit
Couple
card.
years,
This is
I'll be
amazing.
assistant manager.
Assistant manager.
Assistant
2 years,
to
huh?
the manager.
Assistant
Actually,
to the regional manager. That is Matt Nagy. He is Dwight. That's what I say in private. So now it's out there. Matt Nagy is Dwight Schrute. He is. And Michael Scott gave over the job and left Schrute in charge of the place. You saw what happened. Where the fuck was Jim when you needed him? Well, that's Bill Lazor. There we go. Anyway, I wanted to shout out. Obviously, Cool Kennedy's mom went through a surgery. Prayers up to her, Gigi. We love you. We appreciate you here. And you have a talented son that's part of this family, this network in a big way. Got none but respect for him. And I just wanted to get that out there, reiterate that. Couple more shout outs. Clint Wilson, big fan of the show, wants to come on. You got to reach out to Jackal for BHL. He wrote, I just want to thank you guys for everything you do at TTNL Network. It's absolutely amazing. And the power of the show is unmatched. You guys are absolute blessing to the Chicago Bears fan base. Look forward to the show each and every time. From the identity all the way down to Justin. You guys have called everything. Thank you, Clint, for those kind words tonight. I know you're probably in the chat. I also want to thank my guy, Edwin Lopez. What am I doing? Edwin, Cars Boy. I don't know if he'll allow me to read this, but it's very personal. But he just wanted to tell us that he admires me so much and the network. Today was a rough day for him. Thoughts that fucked up in your brain. We're all living that life with clouds in the sky, rain, the Bears, the coach lying. But yet, I still know that tonight, in about 15 minutes, the TTNL family will be on, and I can forget all my troubles. The truth is, brother, as much as I try, things are always hard, but I can't quit because you and Shayne give me hope. So every morning I wake up and I say, well, Satan, I don't think I'm dying today. I don't think I'll quit today. And I don't think I'll stop moving forward today because ultimately God has something better. Just got to keep going. So with that, you just goes to show you how much this network means to so many people and so many of you matter to us. I want to shout out Claudio because even in his worst moment, he gives us a laugh. And if you can't laugh at yourself, I don't think you're living life appropriately. I honestly will tell you that. I see the trolls and I laugh at some of the comments and I see the positivity like what Edwin and Clint wrote me and what Adam Rank said about our network and everything. Those positives, I see those. We got to stand for that. I did have a moment I'll share with you. I said, sometimes I hate, and you guys will laugh at this, and I know Cars will make a joke about it, but it's true. I'm being vulnerable now. I hate walking out there and say, who the fuck said that shit first? I hate the fact that I have to live in a world that I have to tout this network, but I will go to war. We'll go to bat for Cars, for Shayne, for Bearlissimo, for my dad, for Sammy, for Steven, for Jackal. If you've put in the work and you've put in the time and you've busted your ass to identify real issues to help change, to help make something better, that matters. That matters. And why the fuck am I doing this if I'm not going to stand up and take the lap and say, hey, did you fucking not pay attention to what I've shown you, to what I've said, to the rants that I've just reacted to in anger and frustration? Yeah, you're going to have haters. You're going to have haters in your life, all of us, just like Edwin being vulnerable about his life. My DMs are open. And I'm going to fucking do everything in my power for this network to grow and for the Bears to make better choices moving forward. That's the goal of the Tape Never Lies Network. That's how we end this show. I want to thank everybody in the chat for jumping in, having a blast tonight. Obviously, I'm sorry things happen in life. Eric Kramer sends his apologies, but next week we'll be back with our guy, David Kaplan, and I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say about Nagy, the Raiders game, everything that's going on leading up to the weekend in Chicago. I'll be there Friday with my beautiful wife. Shout her out. And all of my boys in Chicago. It's going to be amazing. We love you guys. TTNL 100 crew. Go over there, rock that swag, get that shit together, and be ready. Because me and Cool Kennedy are working on another song, another original song, and hopefully we'll be out at the tailgate. Maybe we debut it there, Cool Kennedy. That would be a fire. Bears Hour Live. Start the show with the song. I'm not going to give away the title, but if you know me, you know where I'm probably going to make this hashtag Fire Nagy a reality. With that, I say goodnight. But I leave you with this. I will leave you with this. Any Given Sunday is a reality. It's not a movie. It was stolen. So, even in the bold prediction, anything can happen if you're prepared. That's the difference. You got fire, you got passion, and you add preparation, you have the opportunity for success. And as I try to find this one thing to play us out, I want to leave it like this. TTNL is family. Hashtag Fire Nagy. Keep it going. We need a change. We got to get truth and football to the forefront. I leave you with the 100 crew. We love you guys. Have a great week. Hopefully you become a patron. We'll see you Saturday. If not, my TTNL breakdown will be out tomorrow night, breaking down the offense for Cherie, for Steven Johnson and his amazing read, his Manscaped read, for Christopher Jackal, who won finally on a Wednesday night, had no drama.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
For Claudio's internet. And for Sammy the Bull and Cars in the minivan. This has been Keeping It 100.
The Tape Never Lies Network. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Keeping It 100
You got to keep it
crew.
Yes.
Big plays are nice.
He's so inaccurate at some point.
I agree.
Yes, running for the Bears.
Exactly, Greg.
Oh my God! I am in heaven!
Go to the game. We'll tailgate before the game.
We'll call our show TTNL in the stands.
There's hope, guys. There's hope.
I hope
if
there's
got the right people. I hope that is hope.
Give me a tackle or give me death!
Chicago Bears at number 39 are selecting offensive tackle Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my God!
TTNL, damn it.
Motherfucker! Yes!
What? Still on the board. It's time for one to be traded up for.
Here we
Chicago's
go.
trading up.
Yes!
What?
Oh my
Here
God.
it is! No, we're very economical, my family.
winning and losing the game is catching and dropping the football.
One time. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Become a patron. Keeping it 100. Head over to thetapeneverlies.com.
The #1 Bears show on the planet, baby. Keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.